Welcome to the Professor's Lab podcast, a show with a nerd, a clown, a duck, and a degenerate. Today, we're going to be talking about our 9 favorite things of all time. Now, this applies to games,
Okay, cool.
albums, movies, and shows. And so, some of us have multiple squares. Actually, I think we all have multiple squares, but they're all different. Every single image is different, and they all have 9 sets of squares. It's a trend that was popular like 2 years ago, and I'm just bringing it back because I bring it back like bestiality. Okay. So I'm gonna have everyone introduce themselves because everyone here except for Owen has a different profile picture, so you need to reintroduce yourselves. Griffin's new, but so there's Owen with the pit bull. Hey, yeah, just Griffin, take the stage, introduce yourself. You're not introducing yourself. You need to introduce yourself. Alright, this is Gryffindor. What house of Harry Potter are you from?
Hey, Hufflepuff, shut up.
That's what I thought.
Actually.
Anything else you would like to say? Like dogs, skelly bones,
Um,
artist.
I am an artist, yes.
Alright, Linus, your turn.
Hello, my name
Hi.
is Mr. Linus. Um, I'm currently stuck in a mental facility. If the nurses catch me being awake around this time, they're gonna kill me, but it's okay.
It's
Um,
like not even 10.
I draw.
He
Yeah,
draws.
but it's pretty late. They usually want you to go to sleep around this time, but they'll only like tell me to go to bed when it's like 1 a.m., which that was the time I stayed up for to fill out the little squares.
Okay. Yeah, you're also a VTuber. You're a famous VTuber.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Your OC is so kawaii. If I had a PayPal and a credit card, then I would commission you $100 to make me a new profile picture, just like Griffin here. Or not. I mean,
Good.
Griffin is making me a drawing on a paper, which is different. But this profile
Um,
picture I have now, I commissioned our other non-binary friend in theater to draw it, and so this is gonna be the profile picture for a month. Okay, Owen, do
that's
you have
great.
anything to say?
Uh, yeah, bro. What's up with profile picture, bro?
It's it's furry teagues, fuzzy teagues.
No, I'm talking to Leaners.
Oh, yeah. What's your profile picture, Senor
um,
Airlinus?
so I'm matching with somebody.
Okay.
As you guys know, before we were matching as Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes.
Um, it's always different, and we were just like, okay, let's just do something everybody knows. So we went like, let's do Diego and Dora kissing.
Aren't they cousins?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're directly related, which is why we have their profile picture. It's pretty funny.
Yes.
Uh,
Incest is normal in Germany.
What?
Incest is
No,
hilarious.
only in Zealand.
Alabama.
Right. All right.
Incest
So
is
we need
wincest.
we need a volunteer to go first. To share their images and we
Go
can talk
first.
about them. All right.
Okay.
I'm ready to get bullied. Wait, so what's the first? Albums?
Whatever you want. I don't care.
Wait. We should all go like in order. Like we all do all our albums,
Oh,
and then we
okay.
all do our like games and stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's
what do
fine.
we
okay, I'm
do
gonna be
first?
honest, I have like 2 done.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay, let's do albums. I think that's the most boring. So
Yeah.
let's do albums
All right,
first.
everyone, look for your album image and post it
I'll
all at
send
once.
my hand.
All right,
I'm so ready to get demolished.
bro.
We've never been so back.
Mine's obviously
Okay.
gonna be the
Hold on.
best. I feel like there's no competition
There's
here.
no competition with
All right. Let me go
Hufflepuff
to my computer
Gryffindor.
real quick.
Wait, did Owen make it on his computer? He's on his phone right now in the call.
Oh my god. We came in prepared. I mean, I did, but everybody else didn't.
Hmm. Why did these all
Besides
look like
Teaks,
that you drew
probably.
them?
I, Linus,
Why
why
what?
is, what
Yeah.
is, The one album on like the bottom left corner. What is what is that?
I can actually show you. That's a really great artist, a very underrated artist. He's called Montana Kick. I'll show you guys one of his songs.
Okay,
And one of his songs actually got to my Spotify #1 this year.
Wow.
My sister was very embarrassed for me. She was like, "You're not my brother anymore."
All
But
right, sweet.
I'll show it to you guys. One
All right.
second.
So you're gonna go first in air. Wait, is it pronounced air or
I'll
hair?
send you guys a link. A beautiful link. It also has an IP grabber, so I hope you guys have your VPNs on. Um,
Heck.
this was my #1 song last year
Wow.
from the same artist.
Wow.
All right. So are you ready to explain the albums then?
mine's still sending. I just realized.
So, Hair
Oh.
Linus goes first.
Yeah, I'll go first. So, for the first one, we have Nanahira. Her songs are completely mentally ill, which is why I like them. The next one is TJ Beast Boy. He's a German rapper.
Wow.
I like his songs a lot, because I can actually listen to them, and all my other friends can because they speak English and don't know German.
Mm.
But his texts are really unique, and overall, like, he's just, I don't know, he has a very cool public image. So then the one on the top right, also TJ Beast Boy, same thing, and then the middle left, same thing. Then in the middle we have Nanahira again. And then on the middle, right, we have Nanahira again.
Wow.
And yeah, then bottom left, we got Montana Kick. He's the most amazing artist that I listen to. I'm so happy I listened to him. Whenever I turn his stuff on in the car, my my mom always gets like angry, and she says it's like giving her anger issues because he's fucking brain dead. But I don't think she has a taste for music, so whatever. And then on the bottom middle, we got Galdive. She actually makes really decent songs. If you like lo-fi, but you think it's a bit too boring, and you'd like some like text to it, you gotta listen to Galdive. She's a great artist. And
Wait,
then
so
on
are
the
there
bottom
lyrics?
right, huh?
Are there lyrics
And
in her
lyric,
music?
like a lot of them are like about love and stuff, but
Oh,
some of
okay.
them are just really relaxing beats and stuff. On the bottom right, we got Kiku. Um, some people may know him. There's like some songs that are more popular. Um, his songs are about like most of the time like darker topics like mental illness and pressure and blah blah blah. It's like I like his stuff. Yeah, all of those albums I'd say could definitely get me death threats, but because it's very mentally ill, but I stand by that.
Wait,
I feel
who's this
like
a buff
all of
guy?
our album choices scream mentally ill, so you are not alone. If you are a member of the Professor's Lab podcast in this group chat, we all receive the same death threats together. We stand by each other till the very end.
My favorite thing to
Yep.
do is whenever someone tells me to kill myself, I respond with January 6, 2025.
Okay.
Okay. Owen's gonna get really,
It
really
catches everyone
mad.
off guard. It's very fun.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
yeah. Can
should
I
I
do
go next
my
because I'm
albums
second,
next?
or is Owen gonna have an ADHD attack if I do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, can I do my albums now?
I guess.
Okay,
Alright.
cool.
Number 1 or number 9. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll start at number 9. So, number 9 is Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. Here's the thing though, I don't really listen to Iron Maiden as much as like
Griffin,
a
mute
Black
your
Sabbath or
mic.
Judas Priest, but I still do think that they're like a good band, bro, because it's like the bass is like pretty interesting, and it's like you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, bro. Okay, so next one is Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. Uh, probably has the best drums in this album because it's like a drums like they go really hard, bro. You know, dude. And it's like a like yeah.
Yeah,
And
bro.
it's like dark, you know, bro. uh, number 7 is Terra Volga Display of Power. It's like a pretty angry album, which is why I like it so much. But it's like a and it's like a yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then number 6 is Alice in Chains. It's a depressing and calm album, which is why I like it so much. But at the same time, it's like really metal,
Metal.
and it's like yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Judas Priest, Screamer for Vengeance. It's sort of pop metal, which is like really cool in my opinion.
Pop metal.
And yeah. Black Sabbath, Paranoid. Number 4, classic. You know, dude. Like you got Iron Man, Paranoid, War Pigs, yada.
Yada.
Megadeth is number 3, and basically they're like Metallica but better. You know, dude. The album goes really fast, and then that's like why I like it. You know, bro. Yeah. Number 2 is Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. You have the best of like you have Dio, which is a way better singing than Ozzy, and it's just really cool, you know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, number 1 is Judas Priest, Stained Class. Yeah, it's just you have everything on the album. Like yeah.
It's very diverse.
Yeah, bro.
bro.
Sorry
Oh,
for
that's
going on my yapping
Orange.
session.
Now it's
Yada.
time for Griffin Hufflepuff door.
Nerd. Well, at first, none of these are like top favorite. Like I am too indecisive to pick up a favorite song or favorite album of all time. So
Yeah, just go in whatever order you like then.
honestly, if I could, I'd probably put like 50 albums on here, but I could only
Me
do
too.
9. So yippee. First, we have Nirvana. I have both Incesticide and In Utero on there because those are 2 of my favorite albums of theirs. It's hard to remember all the names of the songs and everything, but just everyone I listen to, I usually just it has a nice beat. It's nice to listen to. It's just cool. Some of the names are a bit tad strange, but
Something's
fine.
on the way.
next we have Offspring and Smash. I just like the sound of their music. It's just good music. About it.
What genre is it?
I think it's like a I don't even know. I know it's more rock or like garage rock.
Offspring
style.
is like
What?
hold on. Sorry to interrupt. It's like a Offspring is like punk, you know?
Yeah, like a punk. I don't know. My favorite type of music is dad rock. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That good old dad music. Which brings me into my next few ones. We have Blue Oyster Cult. That specific album has like 2 of my favorite songs of theirs of like all time on it, which is Godzilla and I think it's I Love the Night or something like that. I love both songs.
Does it sound like that?
They're very good. Then we have Led Zeppelin. It's difficult for me to choose one album, but there's like next 2 ones are just Led Zeppelin in general. And then one of my favorite albums of there, which I do have a record of. I love that fucking record.
Oh my gosh.
But Led Zeppelin is what originally got me into this kind of music. It's my favorite band, my favorite I love it. I love their music. I love everything about it.
Is Led Zeppelin British?
Good shit. I don't know.
Well, my dad listens to it. He usually listens to British rock, and so Led Zeppelin's one of them. I'm not sure if they're British though.
A lot of the old rock bands are British.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they are British. I don't know, man. I pay more attention to the music than the actual artists.
Oh, so you're not a weirdo? Gosh dang it.
Anyway, and then next after that we have Hole, and I love Hole's music. They make it's like good shit. It's good shit. Hole and No Doubt are like them and Heart are like some of the only music that I'll listen to has women singing.
Whoa.
I know. It's insane, isn't it?
On
Bro.
the middle right one, I can see nips, like it's poking out of her top.
Okay, and
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
Dude, in all honesty, bro, I hate Hole. It's like the
What?
like what?
What?
Free the nipple.
how?
Well, what's wrong with Hole?
Yeah.
Bro, dude, I hate like Courtney Love, bro. She's like a mega whore. She like
Mega.
sucked off everyone, bro. And that's
Ah.
like a like. Have you heard of the conspiracy theory that like a Courtney Love killed Kurt Cobain?
Yes.
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
heard such a conspiracy theory. Gonna be honest, I don't really pay attention to the artists. Like I said, pay attention to the music. I don't give two shits how the artists live their life. If they make good music, I'll listen to it.
Doja Cat.
yeah. I guess.
Okay, so what about the one
Even
with the
then, it's just like
Except Taylor
Hole is
Swift. I
just super
fucking
boring
hate
for me.
Taylor Swift. I hate her
Oh.
so much.
Yeah, bro. Taylor Swift sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
it's
hear a
like
meme, I
generic
immediately
women
throw
music.
up.
Generic white women music.
It's like if white girl music wasn't a bop.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Like you hear a lot of white girl music, you're like, this shit's a bop. Bop. Like this shit
Special.
goes hard. And then you hear Taylor Swift and it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Ugh.
Next album.
bro, dude.
Next album. Well, of course, as a fan of dad rock, I gotta have. You gotta put Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, like, what else am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Okay.
What am I gonna do? It's good shit. Just good shit. My favorite out of the album is Time, but. No Doubt.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, I'm Just a Girl by No Doubt is like the only female, like, I'm a badass, I can do this kind of song that I actually enjoy because it's actually fucking badass and it's not stupid to me.
The only good feminist?
It's like one of my only like the only feminist song I'll listen to.
Not even the Barbie soundtrack?
I haven't even watched Barbie. I'm too poor. I can't go to the movie theaters.
Eh. Yeah, okay. Maybe you shouldn't waste your time. And then we got Pink Floyd.
I've already talked about Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh, frick. Then we got. You already mentioned In
Yeah, I
Utero,
already,
didn't
I
you?
already mentioned Nirvana.
Okay.
Both albums I absolutely love.
So there you go. Who's gonna
I
get
opted
bullied
out
more?
of putting Nevermind in there because I thought maybe you wouldn't want to have Baby
Beanis.
Dick
Baby Beanis.
in there, so you know.
Who's gonna get bullied more out of the three of you?
Probably
I,
your. I don't know. Oh, definitely is. Bro.
I think I might. I think I
think it
might go
has to be me.
with the one that has Dora kissing their cousin on his
Exactly.
PFP.
I think it has to be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
so we're a bunch of white people, except for Griffin technically, but we have white people music taste. Um, and so mine is the most brown and black kind of taste. Okay, but it's not very okay. So first we have. Oh, I'm gonna start from the bottom actually. Okay, so the bottom right on the yeah. So Old Dog New Tricks by Glaive. That's technically an EP, but it might as well be an album. Okay, it's really long. And it's like so epic and it introduced me to that kind of genre. It's like anti-pop or whatever. It's very complicated to explain. It's like it's very modernized pop and it's very heavy and there's a lot of stuff going on and that's why I like it. Um, so yeah, Glaive. I've talked about him multiple times on both of my channels, but he was an underground artist when I discovered him, and then he quickly became super famous, and he lives in LA and all that stuff. And so now he's not my special artist anymore. Everyone likes him, not just me. And I'm like, bruh, you're ruining my stuff. Okay. Um. So yeah, he's one of my favorite artists right now. So he released a new album recently, but I don't think it's better than Old Dog New Tricks. It comes close though, but whatever. All right, so next, the Gold Circle thing. That's Simp Eternal by Bring Me the Horizon. I listened to this recently. But me and my brother used to listen to some of the songs in the car when he was in high school and stuff when I was like 10 and 9. And it kind of scared me at first because it's just like crazy and they're screaming in the microphone. But after I like legitimately got introduced to metal with other artists, I was like, you know what? Maybe I can handle it now. So I finally listened to it after all these years, and I can confirm my brother was not as insane as I thought he was. Um, so yeah, this came out in 2013. It's like old-ish metal, screamo metal, where they scream at the top of their lungs. It's very epic. Um, and so it doesn't really hold up nowadays, except for me, of course. I'm speaking for everyone else. You guys would not like this, except for me and my brother. Okay. So then after that
For me.
What do you want? That's what I thought. Okay. So the next one is the Bloody Umbrella. That's the Spirit, also by Bring the Horizon, and I think it's slightly better than Sempiternal. Okay. So it has a mixture of the metal that they do, but it's like higher quality and more thought out and not as like unapologetically toxic, you know? And it also has like a pop song and stuff. It's a little bit more diverse, and so that's why I like it. Um, yeah, I guess about it. They released other albums after that, but they're not as good as those two, so those are the best ones. So then after that, we have Hard to Imagine, The Neighborhood Ever Changing by The Neighborhood. Okay. I think this is their best album. It is between this one and the the other one with the island. I forgot what it's called. I really like that album, but it's not top 9. Okay. This is number 6. Okay. Um, it's more slow. It's like what's it called? Was it pop rock? I don't know. It's like really slow pop rock, you know? Um, and like there's this one song called Void, and it's about, I looked it up, I did research on it. It's about smoking weed and how the lead singer, he's like he's like a stoner, and he's like wishing he had more weed and stuff. And yeah, it's really funny, but it sounds really really good. That's my favorite album. That's my favorite track on the album. Okay. Um, and then there's other songs, you know. But we don't gotta talk about this. So then next we have K through 12 by Melanie Martinez. Okay. I didn't listen to
Banger.
this album until 2022. Okay, I first discovered Melanie Martinez by my brother. We used to listen to some of her older songs. And then I rediscovered her after I met my like friends when I was a freshman in high school. Um and they listened to Melanie Martinez, and we would like share each other's Spotify playlists, and so one of them had their Melanie Martinez songs, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty epic. I'm gonna listen to her albums, and so I did. Crybaby is really really good, but K through 12 is much better because almost every single song on there I really really like. Okay, and I think it's one of the one of the most creative and well thought out albums ever because of the movie that she made um, on YouTube. It's not an actual movie. Like every single song has its own music video, except for the deluxe bit of it. It's the original that has all the music videos. Um, and like there's a whole story put together from it, and it's like an hour and a half long. And like, what other artist does that? Who else puts that much effort into their latest album release? Okay.
It's a
Ever since
banger.
then, she released Portals in 2023, and I think it's pretty good, but not anywhere near K through 12, because she's released like 2 or 3 music videos so far, and it's just a bit of a disappointment. It's been almost a year since the album came out, and she's not even like finished with the marketing and music videos and stuff. She's like really behind on it, and so I'm like, bruh, this is so unprofessional. Okay. Uh, Yeah, I guess about it. That's number 5. All right, so next we have Mainstream Sellout by Machine Gun Kelly. I am the only person in the world that likes Machine Gun Kelly. I don't understand the hate. I don't like his old rap. He used to make rap like all the way back in the 2010s, and it wasn't until like 2018 or 19 he started making the rock kind of, and then he like doubled down later on. He released his 2020 album, and it's just all rock, punk rock, or something. And then, so then Mainstream Sellout is his 2022 release. And I still listen to these songs. They're still on my main playlist. I listen to them like all the time, bruh. And it's been almost 2 years, and I'm like, it's still really, really good, okay? So it's very, very special. And he, like, when Glaive was first blowing up, the first album that I talked about on the bottom right, he made a song with Glaive and put it on the deluxe of Mainstream Sellout. And I was like, bruh, that's so unexpected. My two favorite artists right now suddenly made a song. Like, what? The stars aligned. The stars aligned. It was so amazing, and it's my favorite song on the album. Okay. Next, we have Goodbye and Good Riddance by Juice WRLD. Okay, I used to be the biggest Juice WRLD fan in like 2021, and that was when I was really into rap. Okay, so this is just like fortifying my history with rap with one artist. Okay, Juice WRLD, always been my he's my second favorite rapper. Post Malone's my most favorite, but Juice WRLD. This is his best album. People like the other album he released after that, and then the 2020 album, and then the 2021 album. I think those albums are good, but Goodbye and Good Riddance is the best. Okay, it has the most songs on it that I like and stuff. And they release like several deluxes afterwards, of like anniversary editions, and they add more songs to them, and they're pretty good in it. Yeah, I'm not really that much into rap anymore because it just gets old and the community's so saturated. Like, it just makes me a little bit more racist sometimes, and so I have to listen to white people because they're the only people that get me. Okay. Next, we have Weird! Exclamation point by Youngblood. Now, I first discovered Youngblood when I listened to that Machine Gun Kelly song, I Think I'm Okay, from 2019. I listened to that in middle school, and I'm like, bruh. And then Youngblood in 2021 made a song with KSI, the YouTuber boxer. And I'm like, whoa, this is really, really good. The song is called Patience, and it has Polo G on it. He only has one verse, though, and people are mad about that. But Youngblood, I was like, whoa. And I decided to listen to his latest album that he like just released, and it was Weird! Exclamation point. Okay, so I listened to that, and I'm like, whoa, this is so much better. This is epic. And so, like, most of the songs on there, I was like really, really horny after listening to it and all that. And so then he released another album in 2022, I think, called Youngblood. I don't know why it's named after himself. But that's like, it's a different style, and I was very disappointed. He like shifted from metal to pop rock, and I'm like, this is so mid, but whatever. He makes metal sometimes, but now he's just like a pop artist pretty much nowadays. But yeah, that's my second favorite album of all time because it was just so special. Then number one, we have Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone. I discovered this one in 2019 when I was in middle school, and like my friend at the time like listened to Post Malone a lot, and he would just sing his songs when we were playing Fortnite. I'm like, what are you singing? And he's like, oh, Post Malone, haven't you heard his new album? And so I listened to it, and I'm like, whoa, I'm really, really horny. Like, basically every single song on there I like, except for Wow. And so that's pretty good. Like, what is that? 95% of the music on a single album I like? That's crazy. That's legendary. And so that is why it's my favorite. Okay? He don't miss. Post Malone, Austin Post, he don't miss. Okay? He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Okay?
The GOAT.
Yeah, so he released other albums after that, and they come close, but they're not as good as Hollywood's Bleeding, okay? It holds a special place in my heart, okay? Yeah, that's about it. All right, next. What do you want to do next?
Hold on a sec. Tease.
What?
Can I redo my albums? I swear I'll be quick. Since I wanted to... Please. I promise I'll go fast.
You have 1 minute. I'm looking at the clock.
So for Number of the Beast, my favorite song on it is 22 Acacia Avenue because it's like a really mysterious, and that's why I like the song. Griffin, will you shut up?
Griffin, can you shut the frick up?
Okay. Yeah, so 22 Acacia Avenue, my favorite song in the album. It's really mysterious, and that's why I like it. Number 8 is Master of Reality by Black Sabbath. My favorite song in it is probably After Forever or Sweet Leaf, because it's like After Forever is a really happy song, and it's like a Christian song, bro. But like Sweet Leaf, it's like serious and like kind of chill. Number 7, Pantera, Full Good Display of Power. My favorite song in it is New Level. It's just really badass, and that's like why I like it, Number 6 is Dirt. My favorite song in it is Down in the Hole. It's pretty peaceful, and it's like yeah. Number 5 is Screaming for Vengeance. My favorite song in it is Take These Trains or Fever.
Your
It's like
time is up.
Bro, I swear, I can go faster. Okay, just let me do it real quick. Let me finish it. Right. Number 4 is Paranoid. My favorite song in it is Iron Man. It's a classic. Yada yada yada. Number 3, Megadeth. Rest in peace. Holy Wars. Fight Magic is my favorite. Walk Away. Number 2, Heaven and Hell. Number 1 is Saints in Hell or Heroes End. All right, there. I promise I go fast.
All right. What's the next one we want to do?
Games, I guess. I don't know. I also need to go to the bathroom really badly.
Oh.
Gonna be honest,
Oh.
I only have like one game.
Okay, well, Air Linus, what do you want to do? Games?
All right, be right back.
I'll add. I say games, right? All right. Let me post the games.
Okay, games.
I'm
good.
sure you guys are not gonna know like a good chunk of these.
Dang. What's Minecraft? That sounds interesting.
Okay, not those. I mean like Arcade and Alicia Online.
Okay, so Griffin, do you want to go? You can just talk about it. I know what game it is. You can post it, but I don't need to show it on screen, do I? You can just talk about it real quick.
For me,
Yeah.
I'm playing it right now. Right now is the best part.
ADHD.
Okay, so this game currently, I have about quite a few hours, a few hundred. Let me check right now. About 336 hours, 51 minutes, and 42 seconds on it. It's Dishonored 2. I fucking love this game. It is my favorite game of like all time. They put so much effort into it. The story's really good. The game, the graphics, the gameplay itself, like the fighting in this game is like really fun, really good.
What about Dishonored 1?
And I haven't played it yet because I'm poor.
Why is it
I'm
on
gonna
here?
try to get. Because I like the series.
Okay.
I don't have money, okay? I can't play a lot of games.
Money. I just gave you money.
The only
Is that
game I
not
really
enough?
play is my Dishonored 1 and Minecraft Xbox One Edition. It doesn't even have the fucking aquatic update, dude.
Oh, frick, I'm not allowed to say that. Yeah. So how much is Dishonored 1? How much does it cost? Is it a $20 game or what?
It's like a $50 game. But if you get a used disc on like eBay, it can be like $5.
Okay, cool. So you have $5 now.
Yeah, but I don't have anything. I don't have a card or anything to buy anything online.
Well, you can force your parents, right? Or do they not understand that?
I'm gonna try to convince my mother, but she's 70, so she doesn't like buying things online.
Oh, yeah. My mom hates it when I buy stuff that aren't real. There's like a Steam sale. And I'm like, there's a bunch of stuff that's like
Alright.
50% off. I really
Right
need to
back.
buy them before they're not 50% off. And she's like, wait,
Yeah.
what is this? What is this Steam? And I'm like, oh, this
But-
games. And she's like, wait, you're spending money on things that aren't real? What is wrong with you?
The game itself is really fucking good. It's about a 12-hour game. It's a story game. There's different ways to play it, blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. It's a good fucking game, dude.
Mhm.
Like it's so well made.
I have Dishonored 1 for free on Epic Games, and so I'm going to play that at some point. I don't know when. But
I don't have a computer, so I can't really do anything I only have my Xbox, and it's a used Xbox, and I don't have a lot of shit on it. And the only reason I even have Dishonored is because my brother gave me his used copy of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm poor. Anyway, poor. But the story's good. The characters are really well made. The maps, oh my god, the amount of effort they put into the maps. It's a beautiful world they create. It's so fucking cool. Just the design and everything is really fucking cool. It's like its own little world, and I absolutely adore it.
All right. Linus, your turn.
All right. So we got. Where should I start? Like from the bottom right or from the top left?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I have no preference.
Okay, I'll start with the bottom right. So we got Planet Zoo. I really like this game. It's fun to build. Okay, Griffin, you got annoying as well.
I was
Anyway,
waiting for you to freak out. Okay.
um, it's a super fun game. It's fun to build. It's fun to watch the animals and their habitats and stuff. Just I don't like zoos IRL, but zoos as a concept in games are pretty fun. Minecraft, I don't think I need to explain that one. It's like a childhood game for a lot of people, including me. So it's there. I remember playing it on my phone together with my sister in like the
Oh, yeah.
summer. We were like both sitting on the bed playing Minecraft on our phones together in the same world. And we were like so blown away when they added horses to the phone version of Minecraft. That was crazy because my sister loved horses. Anyway, we got Ark Survival Evolved. I would put Ark Survival Ascended if that one time I didn't try playing it, it wasn't completely broken and didn't crash every 2 seconds. But yeah, I think Ark Survival Evolved is quite nice. I still play it a lot. We got the mysterious Korean horse game. Um,
Mm.
Most Alicia Online players, this game is called Alicia Online, they would just tell you that this is Mario Kart, but with horses, except you can breed horses, and horses can break their legs and shit
Just like
if
Red
you're
Dead.
too rough with them. And it's really fun. I like playing this game. I've played it since like 2015. Then Animal Crossing New Horizons. Just I like playing this game. It's nice to build in there. It's a very cozy game. Still play it. Stardew Valley. I don't know. I don't know if that one needs much of an explanation. It's a really great game, honestly, and very impressive considering that one guy made it. So, um, love this game. Then we got Arcade. Um, I don't think I don't think anybody knows Arcade unless you're like an MMO fan. Um, it's a great game. It's like my favorite game at the moment. Um, it's an MMORPG. You can do trade runs. You can go to jail. You can fight people. You can have wars. It's pretty fun. Um, and then we got Mustache. That's just a rhythm game. It's a pretty fun rhythm game. They're collabing with Hatsune Miku, and they're gonna like they collab with a lot of like characters and stuff. It's fun to play. And then lastly, we got The Isle, another dinosaur game because I love dinosaurs. Um, I The Isle, I don't know how to really sum this game up. It's called like a horror survival game, except it's like multiplayer, like very massively multiplayer. It can be a little bit brutal, like as an example, one very good strategy of surviving as a carnivore is killing other players and then getting rid of their flesh around the stomach to then take out their organs
Whoa.
and eat other organs depending like different organs give you different nutritions. It's really fun. I like
Like
this
Cruelty
game.
Squad.
It's yeah, it can be cruel, but it's a cool game and corpses can also rot, which is nice. I mean it's realistic. It's just a realistic like survival game, and due to it being realistic, it kind of adds a good amount of horror to it, which is quite fun. But yeah. That's my game list.
Would you
I don't
own a
know, any
lizard?
opinions?
Honestly,
wanna-
bro, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
bro. Wait, is Planet Zoo your favorite game? I
What?
don't know if it's going.
Is Planet Zoo your
No.
favorite game? What's your favorite game of all time?
No, my favorite game, my favorite of them all. I don't think I can really pick a favorite just because I always like have a different favorite game at the moment. But at the moment my favorite is ArcAge.
Okay. Yeah. Would you own a lizard? Like, would you want an iguana or even a turtle, a reptile?
I mean, I did own turtles before and my family, we currently have a pet snake.
Wow.
I grew up with reptiles. My dad used to have like a huge room full of reptiles, mostly snakes, but I like them. I think they're cool.
Yeah. We get wild lizards and stuff, like even Gila monsters, and we have a species of iguana here, which I didn't think was true, but apparently it's true. Because there's only supposed to be iguanas in South America, but apparently there's like a weird desert iguana that we have. I don't know. Of course we got snakes, even in the mountains. It's weird. Um, uh, what else do we have? We got desert tortoises. They
Dang.
grow really, really big. We got um, what else do we have? I don't know. That's the long and short of it. Lizards, snakes, tortoises. Yeah. I wish we had alligators. I think that would go hard, but you gotta go
My God.
past Texas. Um,
I love crocodiles and alligators and
yeah,
little chompers.
just
I
like
think
Red
they're
Dead.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's yours. Griffin wins. Okay, so Owen, and then I'll do mine. Owen, go up. Are you are you good? Where are you, Owen? Are you dead? Huh. Okay, I guess I'm doing mine. I guess he just like left for a second. Um, that's not mine. There it is. Okay, so VR chat on the bottom right. Um, this is my favorite VR game because of how many crazy people I can meet. Okay, they remind me of you guys. Okay, like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how normal, how degenerate, you're gonna find it in VR chat, and I think that's very
I'm
interesting.
pretty normal.
I'm also pretty normal, but
I'm not
I play
normal.
VR chat, so you know that only goes so far. um. Yeah, I have a lot of amazing gaming experiences, and there's a lot of good Twitch clips for when I actually streamed twice a week. Okay, um, and a lot of grooming because I had a really deep voice even when I was 14, and so people thought I was 20 already, and so they would flirt with me. Um, I played other VR games like Gorilla Tag and Rec Room and no, not Pavlov. What's it called? Into the Radius. All that. But VR chat, it's just not the same. I can't. I always have to go for VR chat. That's the one VR game I have installed. Anyway,
Wait, tease.
what?
What is Rec Room like?
It's VR chat,
Okay.
but for 3-year-old. Okay, it's VR chat mixed with Roblox. How about that? I think
Okay.
you would
Alright.
like it. Like honestly,
Alright.
if you install Rec Room,
Wait, what is it called? I'll note it down.
Rec Room.
Yeah, hold on. Rec. It's spelled like that.
Rec Room. So it's basically like a mix of VR chat and Roblox.
Yeah, like there's a
Yeah.
lot of kids in it. That's like its one downside. Like the games are fun, but the
Hallo.
community, I like VR Chat's community better just
Oh
because
ja,
of
eine
their
Sekunde. Ja, ja, nehme ich noch, wenn ich schlafen gehe. Oh, wir gehen noch nicht pennen. Ja.
Oh damn, he left.
No.
Yeah, bro.
Where's Gryffindor? Dang. Okay. Um Did Gryffindor needs to explain the shows.
Hi, a nurse just came and checked up on me. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Do
it's
you have to
fine.
sleep now?
No, she was like, "Are you not going to sleep yet?" I was like, "No, I'm gonna stay up." She was like,
Okay.
"Okay, how was your weekend?" I was like, "Oh no."
No, not the yapping session.
Okay, we need Griffin back in here. They them needs to explain their shows. Well, after I talk about games. Okay. So, Skylanders Trap Team. Um I don't I think Owen is the only person that would know what this is. This
Yeah.
is when was this released? Like
2014.
2014. Now, the thing about Skylanders and Disney Infinity at the time on the Wii was it was it used the portal things where you plug in a
Yeah.
USB into the console and it has this like actual like portal that has like a sensor on it. And so you put the little action figures of the Skylanders and Disney characters if you're playing Disney Infinity on it and it will scan it and it's like, "Oh, it's this character." So it pops up a playable character that it's like Fortnite where you buy skins except in Skylanders they have like actual abilities that give you an advantage and different
Yeah.
elements and stuff like and the world is very creative. It's like I think it's in the same universe as Spyro, the little purple
Yeah, it is.
dragon. Yeah,
It is.
and so I don't know why there hasn't been a game ever since Disney Infinity that hasn't done this technology. Okay? I
Yeah,
also
no, right.
had Disney Infinity. I had the third game, I think, or the second game, whatever. The one with Star Wars in it. Um
Dude.
and I still have all of my figures. I showed them on the podcast before Owen was on this. Or no, you were on this. It was the
Yeah.
second episode, the gaming episode. I showed off all my Skylanders. I have a bunch. I had more than I ever remembered. I have a bunch of the crystals. I even got the Chaos Crystal. And so you can play as Chaos, okay? But I don't have the game anymore. I do have the portals though. I don't have my Wii anymore. I threw it out. I don't think we even sold it. I think we just threw it in the trash because I didn't play it anymore, and I regret it forever. Okay, because then a year after I did that, the Nintendo Wii became cool again, and people are like, "Oh, if you played the Wii as a kid, you had the best childhood." And I'm like, "Hey, I played the Wii. What did I do with my Wii? Oh my gosh, I threw it out. Oh my gosh, I'm not cool anymore because I don't have a Wii." I still have friends that have Wiis, and I get very jealous. Anyway, Skylanders Trap Team. It was my favorite game when I was like 8 and stuff, and I always talked about it. I was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next we have Doom
Wait,
Eternal.
Tease, can I say something about Skylanders? Please. Right. Right. So something I love about so actually I'd say Swap Force is my favorite Skylanders game because it's
That
like
one's
a
all right. I
bro.
also had that
That
one.
one had like the coolest world and like the ability was so cool. And it's like a
My
that was like
my
2013.
boyfriend loves Skylanders. No homo though.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Something about a boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro. I actually right in front of me. There's like a gigantic box with just like a ton of Skylanders, bro. I was
Uh-huh.
obsessed with like Skylanders, and it was like the only thing I ever did, bro. You know?
Oh, one of my brother's friends, he used to play the first game and Giants, and so he decided to get rid of all of his figures in Portal, and so he
Yeah.
gave them to me, and so I have some Giants figures and the Giants Portal. I never played the game though. All I've played was Swap Force and Trap Team. Like
Yeah.
Swap Force comes close to Trap Team, but I like Trap Team better because I like playing as the villains and stuff. I like playing as Chaos when you beat the game. And so
Yeah.
that's why Trap Team is my favorite.
Yeah. I started at Giants, and I basically played all the games except for Spyro's Adventure, and I didn't really like Superchargers. No, so
Nobody
I
likes
never really
Superchargers.
finished it.
They had to get the voice actor for Finn the Human in Adventure Time to play Superchargers in a commercial just to get people to play it.
Yeah, bro.
And then
It sucks that
there was Imaginators. That one was mid. Like I had a friend that played it and he's like, "Oh, it's horrible." Eh,
I remember I liked it. It sucks that they haven't made a game since like 2016, bro. What the hell,
I know.
bro?
Anyway, so next we have Doom Eternal. Now I played 2016 before Eternal, of course. Okay, I needed to get cultured. I also played Doom 64. Okay, which was alright. Like it's a Nintendo 64 game. Like, what are you gonna do? Um, but 2016, it adds a horror element and stuff, and like the high, fast-paced action, and I thought it was pretty solid. Okay, and then Doom Eternal I played right after, and goodness gracious, they took everything from 2016 and they made it better. Okay, like the colors pop out, the maps are like well thought out and they work. Unlike 2016, where some of the maps they're just kind of annoying and hard to work with, thus making the game harder. But to Doom Eternal, you feel unstoppable. Okay, and I love games like that. I love feeling unstoppable. I love feeling like a juggernaut just marching through the underworld and just like killing everything that threatens me, okay? Or even like looks at me, all right? And the DLC, very rare W with a game with DLC. The DLC is better than the main story, I think. Okay, like it adds so much new stuff and there's so much effort put into it, like just as much effort as there is put into the main story. The final boss in the part 2 of the DLC is so hard, but I don't think that's a bad thing, okay? Like, I don't know. It makes you better at the game. What are you going to do? So yeah, I've replayed this game 3 times now, all the way through, and it's just so good. My third playthrough that I'm mostly done with, I was doing it on controller. First on a PS5 controller, and then my PS5 controller. There's something wrong with it. I don't know what's going on. So I switched to my Series X controller. And so now I'm good at it on controller. So if I ever get a Steam Deck, then I'm going to be cracked on the Steam Deck. Like, let's go, boys. I have like 70 or 80 hours on the game, which isn't really impressive, but it's I can't get away from it. I always have to play it every once in a while just cuz all of the other games I usually play, like all the old, like a bunch of old games or whatever, they're just so mid. And so I'm like, man, I need to play a good game. So I just boot up Doom Eternal and I have a good time. Next, we have Just Cause 3. Just Cause 3, I first discovered when it first came out in 2015. And I watched videos of it. I never played it until 2018 when I got my own laptop. But back in 2015, I watched videos of it, and they were really, really funny. All right, there's so much stuff you can do in it. It's like GTA, except you have a parachute, a grappling hook, explosives everywhere, and it's in, I think it's in the Mediterranean. I'm not sure, though. It's on like a Spanish-speaking island. I don't know if it's in Europe or South America. But the fourth game, I'm pretty sure, is in South America. It's in like, no, not Brazil. I don't know. But Just Cause 3, I think, is the best one of the series because the story is pretty decent, okay? And it was a revolutionary game. The destruction is very detailed. The fourth game has everything and a few more stuff, but the story sucks, okay? Like, it even added tornadoes and a weather system that screws up your gameplay, but I didn't like it that much, okay? I tried to replay it a second time, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. I uninstalled the game. I'm just like, I'm not doing all this again. One playthrough is good enough. So yeah, the third game is better. The environment is a lot more colorful and appealing. The fourth game is like just South American jungle. I don't know. I don't like it that much. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a fifth game because the fourth game did so bad. But Fallout 4. Fallout 4 also came out in 2015, and I remember me and my brother were, he was watching YouTube and he got an ad, and it was an ad for Fallout 4, and he's like, Professor Teagues, get in here, and so he showed me the trailer, and we're like, oh my gosh, let's go, because we always played Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas beforehand, and we thought it was so epic, and so now that there's suddenly a sequel, we're like, bruh, okay, and so we did not have our own Xbox One or PS4 or anything, so we had to go to our friend's house and play Fallout 4, and we loved it, okay? We each have, like, several different playthroughs on just other people's consoles, and then we have our own playthroughs on our devices and stuff, so I think I've played the game, like, 4 times and stuff, and it is so epic, okay? Like, Fallout 3 was my favorite Fallout for a while, but Fallout 4, I just can't even, okay? It's just so much better in every way. So a lot of people beg to differ, but me personally, ADHD Zoomer, Fallout 4 is better because it's more satisfying to blow people's heads up, and I really like the story, okay? So next we have Fortnite, specifically Chapter 2, okay, because it's technically Fortnite 2. The first chapter everyone loves so much. Of course, I loved it. But then Chapter 2 changed the game forever, okay? Every single event was so memorable, and every single, like continuation of the Fortnite lore was so, like, special. Every single time there was new, like, like a new bit to the lore and the new event, we were all so hyped. Like chapter 2, there was just always so much going on, and we were too blind to realize it. Everyone was always complaining, "Oh, we need to go back to chapter 1. This new map sucks." But they never stopped to just look around them and see how much Fortnite Epic Games has given us. And so now that chapter 2 is gone forever, most likely, people are like, "Oh, I want to go back to chapter 2. It's so much better than all this stuff." And I agree. Okay. Chapter 2 I think is the best chapter. And that's just my opinion, okay? Cuz I started chapter 1 in like season 6, and so I didn't really live the true glory of it. Um but yeah, my favorite season was season 7, specifically because I never played the other seasons before 6, and so, Um Of course, I still play Fortnite. I check the shop every single day. I play Save the World, but um, it's just I'm just growing up. I play other games. I want to blow people's heads up, okay? And you can't do that in Fortnite. You can only 360 no scope them, okay? Next, we have Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, I first played this game in 2022 because I always wanted to play it. I watched Markiplier play the beginning of it when the game first came out, and I thought it was pretty interesting. And little did I know that this was one of the greatest games ever made. And, like, yeah. And it's made by the same people that made GTA and stuff. And so imagine GTA, but in the 1800s, okay? It's very, very epic. Instead of stealing cars, you steal horses and money and gold and women and children, okay? Um, I'm grinding this game at the moment. I'm on my second playthrough, and I have 150 hours on it in total. And I'm very proud. I want to get to 300 hours because I have an old friend from middle school that I really hate. And I looked at his Steam account, and he had like over 200 hours on it. And I'm like, I got to beat that. I got to get to 300 so I can be better than him. So I've been doing all the side stuff and hunting animals for pelts and selling them and creating clothing out of it, all that stuff. It's very time consuming, but it's very satisfying, and I feel like I'm getting something done. Like, that's another aspect to a game I like. Like, doing something that has a lasting impact. Like, even in Fortnite Save the World, you collect items and you can craft stuff with them. In Red Dead, it's a lot like that. You can craft ammo, clothing, food, and tonics. That's about it. Yeah. And the story goes hard. I've heard people think that Arthur Morgan is one of the greatest video game characters ever made. I can see where they're coming from. Because compared to Master Chief, Arthur Morgan is like well thought out. Like he actually has a personality compared to Master Chief in Halo. Um, and stuff. He's like on the same level as Kratos in God of War. Like he's well thought out. He has motives. He has personality. He does bad things, but he feels sorry for them. All that stuff. You feel me? I guess that's about it. That's all you need to know. If you like GTA, you will probably like Red Dead Redemption. Okay, it's very immersive and it looks just like real life. Anyway, next we have Terraria. I first played this game when I was 9 years old because my friend introduced it to me in elementary school. And it's like, oh, it's like 2D Minecraft. And so I started playing it. I'm like, this is not 2D Minecraft. There's so much more in this than Minecraft. Like, what are you on about? And so my point is, Terraria is not 2D Minecraft, okay? It's its own thing. It's its own genre of survival craft game, okay? It's specifically I like the 2010s era of it, okay? Cuz now I don't know. It doesn't quite have the same magic as then, but I still really like it now. I haven't beaten the game yet, and I'm trying to beat the game for the first time because I'm more intelligent. I'm older now, and so I can actually comprehend the story that it has in front of me. So I'm attempting to beat it with the same exact friend that introduced me to it all the way back then. He's carrying me because he's beat it multiple times himself, so he's helping me with it. Yeah, so that's my second favorite game of all time, and these are all in order, okay? Last, my favorite game ever, Borderlands 2. I played Borderlands 2 VR in 2023, and it's still so fire, okay? Even as a VR game, I think it's one of the best VR games I've ever played, okay? Besides VR chat. It like if you don't like
Borderlands 2 is a
Borderlands 2, then just play Borderlands 2 VR. It's very glitchy, a little bit glitchy, but if you can look past the glitches, there might be a game here, okay? And the DLC is so solid, okay? My favorite is the Bad Creator of Bad Attitude, okay? It's very epic. It's a lot of explosions and all that stuff. Borderlands 2 is the best story I've ever seen, the best universe. If I made a game, I would make it a lot like Borderlands, okay? That's why I like it so much, because it speaks to me. The art style is so epic. A lot of people don't like it, but I like it. Okay, it's like a telltale art style. The characters are really, really epic. The guns are really, really epic. The combat, the enemies, the villains, all of that stuff. It just speaks to me, and so I'd love to make an apocalyptic like game that's a lot like Borderlands and stuff. All these other games I have here, I wouldn't want to make a game like that. Maybe except for Doom Eternal. I'd love to make a game like Doom Eternal as well if I was a game dev, but I don't know how to make games. I'm just speaking hypothetically here.
Okay.
What do you
So now it's my turn. And so I'm going to go from 1 to 9.
want? Okay.
So number 1 we have is Team Fortress 2. I've been playing this game since like I was 10. Like there is seriously like so much memories I have with TF2. Like the like the amount of game modes inside of TF2 is like insane. And it's crazy to think that it was just like like yeah, it's just crazy to think that how it just went from like a like push the cart to like a so many different game modes, you know? And the 9 classes, like all of them are fun, even though like I suck at like 1/3 of them. And like they're like the fighting in the game is just really fun, and like it's just overall just a great game, great community, great memes, yeah, and nostalgia. Mhm. So number 2 is Minus Haven, which is a Roblox game, but like I have so much memories with this single game, and it was like basically you know those Roblox tycoons, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. So basically, it's that, but you make your own tycoon, and so like basically when you have enough money, you rebirth, and so like you get a new item, and so like it's really grindy, but it's super duper fun. And like I remember like back in 2020, it was like the only game I ever played, and like yeah, I have over 100,000 lives on that game, and so like yeah, yeah. Number 3 is Portal 2. It's just like of course the main game is really fun, like you know it's Portal, like yeah, but probably the most craziest thing out of the game is like the community labs, which have like a ton of lore in it, and it just makes they make like some crazy ass stuff. Yeah. Number 4 is Bloons TD6. It's basically just monkeys fighting balloons in a tower defense game, and I used to play it a lot last year, I think. No, wait, did I? Wait a second, hold on. I used to play it like from 2022 to 2023, and so I have like over 600 hours in that game, and so like the customization in it is just really cool. Like there's boss rounds, there's races,
Racist.
yeah. And so like there's also community maps which which are really cool, and like it's like insane how like people do that, you know, bro. Number 5 is Toontown Rewritten. I like Linus also plays this game, but like I remember I used to play it a lot. when I was like a
Wait,
kid,
What game? What game? I'm sorry.
Toontown.
Toontown.
Toontown. Yeah, I just said it. Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Toontown's
And
nice.
yeah, bro. You remember like the little old man and like his quest and how like difficult it was?
No, I don't remember. It was a while ago I played that. I don't remember a lot.
Oh, okay.
I played Animal
Alzheimer's.
Jam and Club Penguin.
Yeah. Yeah, Club Penguin was like the thing that shut down the original Toontown. And so like this version is like a free version. And yeah.
Oh, it's a fan made version, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, bro. Like I hate Disney, bro.
Yeah, bro. GTA 5.
Okay, no, let me explain Toontown. And so like basically it's like you start out as like an animal, so like back when I used to play it, I was a duck. And so like they like you have these gags, and so like you kill these cogs with the gags. Cogs. Uh, and so like the cogs are like the like boring business people, bro. And so like you basically like kill the cogs and like do Dune task. And so like it's a really grindy game, and it's crazy how grindy it is, despite being made for like a like 7-year-old. Bro. Like
Yeah, that's true. You do need to grind a lot in Toontown.
yeah, bro. Like like it's like yeah, bro. There's this one task where it's like the little old man, and so like you literally have to do like 24 plus story buildings, which take like forever, and it's like yeah, bro. And there's like a ton of other crazy stuff you have to do in that task. It's like it makes you want to kill yourself, not gonna lie, bro. But yeah, I have a ton of memories with this game. Of course, I don't play it nowadays because I'm way older than like the target demographic, but it's still a cool game. Number 6 is GTA 5. Of course, this is the GTA 5 like I remember like of course growing up this was always the GTA I played, and I never like the only thing I ever do in it was just drive around until November of 2023 when I just decided to do the whole game. And so the game is like really cool, and it's like there's like a ton of memorable missions like the last mission where like you kill Devin Weston, and so yeah, bro. Of course it's iconic, and yeah. Uh, Number 7 is actually a Roblox game, and it's Bee Swarm Simulator, and and I don't know if you guys played it, but like basically it's like you have like a bee, you have bees, and so like you make honey, and you have these bears who give you like quests, and it's a pretty grindy game like Toontown, but like made for like a 8-year-old or something, bro. And it's pretty fun. I remember I used to be like really invested in it last year or something like that. Uh, Number 8 is Marble Mania. It's this Roblox game where like you're a marble, and so like it's just pretty wholesome, and it's just a really fun and cool game. Yeah. And then finally, number 9 is Car Crushes 2. You basically just do what it does and just crush cars, and the way you crush the cars are like pretty cool, and it's a grindy game, but it's like pretty fun. You also have like a nuke that like you can just set off if you have a Game Pass. And yeah, that's all the stuff I got.
All right. So is
Uh,
Griffin gonna
Just
come back to
I'm
talk
gonna
about
There we go.
wait, something happened. If I can return I shall, but I can't right now. Okay, interesting. All right. I look like I have a receding hairline. Maybe I do. Um.
bro.
Okay. What should we do next?
Shows, I guess.
I want
Oh
to do
yeah, shows or
movies.
movies?
I want to do movies.
Okay, I
You'd want to
guess.
do movies? Okay.
Okay,
All right, I
movies.
guess. All right. Let me send in mine.
I feel like I'm gonna get judged.
Anime movies.
Of course, they're in there, but you know.
Okay, no, it's not that bad. Come on. You don't have Spirited Away? Come on.
I don't like Spirited Away that much, surprisingly. I think it's a
Oh.
really good movie, but I don't like it as much as like Princess Mononoke and stuff, as an example.
Oh.
All these movies, I like them more than Spirited Away.
Okay, I'm gonna speak on behalf of Griffin, and I'm gonna see what they have. So the di- wait, I need to show it. The disastrous life of Psyche. Okay, I don't know what that is, but it looks like a kawaii anime. Okay, um, and then there's Dishonored 2, the game that they them already talked about, and then there's Helba Boss. Okay, this is a show. All right, free on YouTube, and I do have 2 Helba Boss shirts, and I also agree that this is very good, but it is not one of my top 9 favorites shows of all time. It is better than Has Been Hotel. I think Has Been Hotel is decent, and we got what we asked for, but it's not better than Helba Boss. Like Helba Boss is just so much more quirky, and like it's actually an interesting plot dynamic between all of the characters. But Has Been Hotel is just literally Tumblr fanfic material. Like that, it's just not my style. Okay, if you like Has Been Hotel, then that's fine. But I really think Helba Boss is just so much better. Anyway, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know what that is. Coraline. I rewatched Coraline recently. I don't understand why people like it so much. Like, other than the art style and the fact that it's Tim Burton, I don't think the plot is that interesting. Like, I remember watching it as a child, and I thought it was like actually really scary. It's like a children's horror movie. But nowadays, I don't think it holds up well at all. Like, I was so bored watching it. I just needed to play some Doom Eternal or something, you know? Um, what do you think about Coraline? Tell me in the comments below. Next.
My sister likes Coraline.
Oh, read? Of course, yes.
I
Only
started
Reed.
watching it, but I stopped paying attention. I think I was
Yeah.
really high when I was watching it.
It's a woman movie. It's for goth chicks, okay? It's not for men.
Yeah, bro.
Next, we have The Corpse Bride. I never watched this movie. I almost watched it on the plane when I was flying to England the first time, or flying out of England, one or the other. I don't know anything about it. And then we have Dishonored 1, even though Griffin never played it. And then we have Scooby-Doo Mysteries Incorporated. I think this is fire, okay? I agree. This show is goated, all right? Or it's a series of movies, isn't it? It's
True.
not a show. It's like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember these would like play on Cartoon Network on the TV, and it's like really, really good. And yeah. And then we have Bird Boy. I don't know what that is. Okay. Who's next?
Wait. Oh wait, no, we're doing the movies, right?
Yeah, movies.
Yeah. I guess.
I don't mind.
Alright. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Should I? Okay, I can go if you guys want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I need to like allow myself to give myself a little bit more time with my beautiful presentation because I notice myself rushing over it a lot. Anyway, on the top we got Fuck You Goethe, which is a German movie. I was not able to even find a version of it with English subtitles, but it's a really, really good movie. Like it's a very comedic show, but it actually has like a very um it has like a very like nice storyline. Yet it's like super comedic and stupid. Like it's basically about this one guy who you can see on the cover. He's a criminal and he gets out of prison, and one of the prostitutes that he used to like be friends with and works with and stuff, she buried like all of the money that they had, and she buried it on a construction site. And that construction site is now a school's sports PE thing, PE building. So now he goes and applies to that school. He becomes a teacher there, just so he can spend time digging a hole in the PE basement to get to the money. And it's a very cool plot line because he like falls in love with his teacher, and she finds out why he's actually a teacher, and he actually like helps the class, and it's a really cool movie. Um, and there's a lot of like super funny clips from there. Like he shoots a few of the students with a fucking paintball gun
No.
because they didn't come to class. It's really funny. Um, and then we got Jurassic Park. I don't know. I don't think I need to explain that one. You guys know what that is. And just a
Lizards.
few things
Yeah.
that I like the whole Jurassic Park series. I didn't like the last movie because it was not much about dinosaurs, which is why I didn't like it. But one thing I don't like about the Jurassic Park franchise is that a lot of dinosaur nerds like me, we all have this like shared hatred for the Jurassic Park franchise, which is just that the dinosaurs are not like accurate to what they actually looked like and how they actually like behaved and stuff. Like it's not accurate at all. Like the fucking Dilophosaurus, which is in the first movie, they portray it with like having this like weird thing around its neck to like shake and be scary, and it
Whoa.
spits venom, and it did none of these things, and like even the size is wrong. It's like I could go on about hours about how it's not scientifically accurate, but anyway. um Next up we got Princess Mononoke. This is I feel like I like this movie, like 20% of me liking it is because it gives me a lot of nostalgia. It was like one of the first movies I was a super small kid, and I like watched it with my parents, and it was like airing on TV, and I don't remember most of it. I remember like getting a bit of nightmares from it even. But
Mm.
I loved the movie so much, and then a few years ago I saw it again, and I was like, "Oh my God, I love it." And now I watch it like 5 times every day, and I love this movie.
Hmm.
Um, and then we got the Avatar movie. I like the first one a little bit more, but I think the second one is also really good. I don't think I need to say much. They're just good movies. And then I feel like maybe my favorite movie of all time is just How to Tame Your Dragon. I like the German dub more. I watched the English dub, but I like the German one more. Um, I don't know. I don't think I need to explain this one much either. The first time I watched it together with my parents when it just came out on TV, and we all loved it so much. And I don't know. I love the movie a
Does
lot. It's part of my
Toothless
childhood.
remind you of like a cat? Because that's what it reminded me of in
Yeah,
my family. Of it. Like it's just like a cat, you know?
yeah. In the first movie, they based his movements off of a cat as well, like
Mm.
very elegant cat. And a lot of the reasons why people don't like Toothless anymore, or at least the How to Tame Your Dragon fans, why they don't like Toothless anymore, is because a little bit in the second, and then they went in all the way. In the third movie, they based his movements off of a horse and a dog,
No.
and they made him like a lot goofier and a lot more like a brainless, horny dog. While in the
Mm.
first movie, he's like really scary and elegant, yet at the same time, he's super cute and dorky. And in the third movie, he's just like a literal mascot. Like he's just brain dead. It's like really frustrating. He doesn't even love Hiccup anymore. And then the first movie, I just think the first movie is the best. That the second one is pretty good too. But the third one is absolute garbage in my opinion. Um,
Yeah,
ja, hol ich
never thought
gleich.
about it like that.
Sorry, the nurse just checked up on me. She wants me to take my meds.
Oh, another one?
Anyway. Hmm?
Another med?
Yeah, for going to bed, she wants me to just like take my sleeping meds. Anyway, next up we got Nimona, which is a newer movie.
Mm.
I think it's a really good movie. Like I just think the storyline is absolutely stunning. Um, but I think another reason why, like, first off, I love the storyline. I think it's like amazingly written. The movie's just great perfection. But one thing I like really like praising the movie about is that the main character has like he's fruity, he has a boyfriend, except
Mm.
it's actually well made. Like it's not part like him being gay isn't like a problem. It's the same as if he was like with a woman. Like it's just normal in the movie. Like nobody comments anything about it, and it's just very well written. It's not on the nose. It's like not annoying because a lot of the times I find gay couples, and a lot of like me as somebody who's gay, um, in a lot of movies and a lot of series, when there's a gay couple, a lot of the times, not always, but a lot of the times, it kind of feels forced.
Hmm.
Um, you guys probably like you probably know what I mean, but a lot
Yeah,
of the times it
my
feels a little
brother complains
forced.
about it a lot because it's just
Yeah,
like
but in
he doesn't want to
Nimona,
feel special for it.
yeah, in Nimona, it's just amazingly written. Like, I watched a movie together with my boyfriend, and we both like cried because of the storyline. But
Hmm.
then at the end, we also talked about like we were both impressed by how well they did with like having a gay main character without making it part of the story.
Hmm.
um, but yeah, I can only recommend this movie. It's amazing. Um, but yeah, then we got Rapunzel. Another childhood movie. I remember my sister loved this so much. I watched it with my parents and stuff. It was really fun. Um, and I also had like a Nintendo game of it at one point. Either way, very fun movie. I love the movie a lot, and also probably another reason why I like it a lot is because it's a German fairy tale, and that's just very nice. And then we got New Kids Turbo. I cannot excuse this one. This one is just straight up brain rot. I'm not gonna. Okay, actually, I do want to talk about it a
Is
little
it
bit.
free on YouTube?
You could. No, it's not.
Oh,
But it's like on Netflix and stuff.
okay.
But I'm pretty sure you could easily pirate it. Though I heavily advise against pirating movies, guys. Anyway,
Mm.
this movie is really fucking funny because it's about like this group of like young adults, and they're just kind of done with life and shit, and they I don't remember what it was exactly, but at one point they stop paying taxes, and they stop like paying their bills, and they stop paying for their food and everything. They just rob the stores and stuff. They stop paying for shit. And then they get like super popular in TV, and then they start like a movement where everybody stops paying bills, and then the government is like trying to go after them, and they're like, okay, we need to bomb the whole city now. Like we just need to get rid of this place. Like that's like really
That's.
funny. Like it just snowballs. It's really stupid and funny, especially because like the humor is just so stupid. Like there's
Hmm.
like, it's a brain rot movie, honestly. And then we got A Silent Voice. I don't like this movie. I feel like there could be movies that I like more, but I wanted to fill them up, so I thought about like another anime movie, and I like The Silent Voice a lot. I think it's a really fun movie. Um, and there's also like a lot of like fun hidden details that are like really sweet. I think it's just a great movie. But yeah, that's all. On the movie
I
list.
wish I could get into more comedies these days. I used to watch a lot of comedies when I was younger because I wanted to be a comedian for a while. But then I
Uh,
became an artist, so Um,
Cringe. You would
uh,
love Fuck You Goto though. I feel like you like I think everybody would love it, but there's not like an English dub around.
yeah.
But it's really good. I feel like you'd love it.
I mean, I if I can watch a Russian war movie from the 80s and just like take in the visuals, take in the visual plot and the showing that it does rather than telling, then maybe I could try it. Okay. Is it on Netflix? Where is it?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I
Okay.
think you would have to turn on a VPN though.
Okay.
Like for German Netflix. And then I think you can watch it with English subtitles, but um
But it's like
the
generated?
subtitles sometimes they don't do the German dub justice, but it's still a great movie. I still think everybody should watch it. Like literally when this thing came out, the entirety of Germany was completely like hyped. Like it was like the same thing with the Barbie movie, but Germany with this movie, except it was like 10 times. It was insane. Like this changed German culture.
Yes. You see, so like I've been watching a lot of serious movies and shows lately, like Breaking Bad and Peaky Blinders, all that stuff. And so I've just been watching whatever's popular just so I can get with it with the times and understand what people are into. And so I haven't had that much time to just get into other random things that I want to watch. I like sometimes I do. Like I watched all of the Dumb and Dumber movies and they were really really good. I watched Groundhog Day, that was interesting. Oh, I watched The Mask with Jim Carrey. Yeah, all that stuff. Like if I can just keep doing that consistently, like happiness go woo, you know? And so, but I've just been watching all of the popular stuff lately. Like,
Oh wait, I'll be back. I'm gonna take my sleeping meds real quick before
okay,
before she gets mad at me.
All right.
You guys
uh,
can keep going, but I'll be back in like 1 minute.
okay. Oh,
All right.
when you
Cool.
go.
All right. All right. So Teagues, are you gonna explain your list now?
No, you're gonna go.
Oh, wait. Did you already go?
No, you're gonna go first.
Bro, can you go first?
Why?
I don't know. I just like to go last, I guess.
Okay. All right. On the bottom right, we have Come and See, and I think I've talked about this movie before.
Yeah, you have. You
Yeah,
talked about it a lot.
yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah.
And for good reason, because this movie, it's it's the most gritty and traumatizing war movie ever made, apparently. I'm sure there's probably some like X-rated movies that are a lot worse, but this is like it's the most traumatizing. Is it rated R? I think it probably is. I don't know.
Probably.
The most traumatizing R-rated war movie, and it's by a Russian studio from 1985, and it took a while for it to come out because the Russian government was like, no, we don't want to be anti-war. We don't want to show Belarus being like vulnerable. That's the country it takes place in. It's in
We love war and
Belarus.
killing people.
Yeah, it was part of the Soviet Union at the time, but now it's its own country. But
Mhm.
at the time it was part of Russia. Um, yeah. So it's about a boy. He's like 12 years old, maybe, and like he's in he joins a Russian like militia pretty much, and so they're not actual soldiers, and so they need to like fight against the Germans, of course, because they're just taking over the Eastern Front. And this is in like 1942, I think. This takes place, or 40. No, it's in 43. 43. And so this is when like all of the allied European powers, they're just they're absolutely suffering. And so even especially the Soviet Union, they're just like getting slaughtered. Apparently there's like 200 Russian villages or Soviet villages that were like totally massacred and burnt down by the Axis powers and stuff. That's like crazy. All right. And there's like much more that we probably don't even know about. It's just 206 is our number or something. Or at least that's what the number was in 1985. But there's like more that we're like discovering every once in a while. Oh, here's a village that was burnt down in the 40s. I didn't know about that. All right, add it to the list. That's like
Once again,
millions of people, and it's like
I
it's a
think
very impactful movie because it just because I you don't
Wait,
really see the
wait, Teagues,
Russians'
stop.
perspective that much, and so I think that's why this movie is very important because the Russians they suffered a lot.
Teagues.
What?
Linus was gonna say something.
Okay, what?
yeah, I just need to say I think I need to go because the nurse that's watching over tonight, she's a little bit more strict. Like literally I just walked over in socks just to grab my meds and she was like, um, you need to wear your slippers, and you know why, right? Like and she came over, she was like a little bit mad that I didn't take my sleeping meds. I feel like I need to go to bed.
Okay.
Otherwise she's gonna get mad at me.
Can you like post
Okay.
your shows and I can speak for you?
Yeah, I'll give like a rough sum up. Not right now, but I'll write it in text.
Okay. But yeah, come and
Okay, I'll
see.
head out.
I see you later.
Um,
Bye.
See you guys. Have fun with the podcast. I wish I could stay longer, but well, um, yeah. See ya,
All right.
and
Bye.
So yeah. Yeah. All right. Continue.
Come and see. It is one of the greatest war movies I've ever seen. Okay, and so, um, I wish I could go so much more into detail with it, but if you like being traumatized and you like people being tortured and murdered, then there's this movie. Okay, the practical effects they really add to it because it looks real. Okay. Anyway, next we have The Whale with Brendan Fraser. Okay, this is the first movie he's made in a while, and so people are really excited to see him perform. And boy, did he perform! He won an Oscar for this. What was this? 2023. Did he win an Oscar? Because this is like early in the year. I don't know what. Or no, this is in 2022. I don't know. I don't care. You know what? Doesn't matter. Really good performance. Every single character I really, really like. I really, really love and really, really hate at the same time because all of them they have flaws, and I think that's one of the themes. Okay, and this is my own analysis. I didn't watch any like video essays talking about it. This is like my own kind of observation. I think one of the themes is like we're all flawed, but we all need to be aware that we're flawed, and we don't need to put other people down for being flawed. Something like that. I don't know. So, Brendan Fraser, I forgot his name in the movie. I need to call him Brendan Fraser. He's obese, and he's so obese, he's going to die. He dies at the end of the movie. Spoilers. Um, and he has an ex-wife that he cheated on with a dude with. He cheated on her with a dude, okay, and then the dude died for some reason. And so he got really, really sad and he got more obese and yeah, he let it get out of control. And they have a daughter together and she's like 17 in this movie. And so they finally meet after like a long time and there's just like a lot of conflict with it. The mom is like, "What are you doing talking to your dad? Get the frick out of here." And then there's like this missionary uh that he smokes weed at some point. Um and then there's Brendan Fraser's roommate and she hates Mormons, all that stuff. Um, yeah, so it's a very cheap movie, and it's mostly built on the fact that it's by A24 and it's like a drama. It's a really good drama, okay? Like it takes place in the entirety takes place in the apartment. Stuff happens, and yeah. And like if you if you're not an ADHD zoomer and you love a good story and a good like character dynamic, with like everyone in conflict, then this is the movie of all time. Okay, this movie is so good. Um, I want to rewatch it soon because it's just like I've only seen it twice. I want to watch it a third time. Okay, next we have All Quiet on the Western Front, the 2022 remake. Now there are three different movies of this, and I talk about this a lot as well. Um, the first movie from 1930, it was banned in quite a few places because it was an anti-war movie and people wanted to be pro-war all the time at the time. And so, of course, it's about World War One, on the Germans' perspective, and it humanizes the Germans. And people are like, "Why are you humanizing the Germans? They're a bunch of stinky krauts," okay? And so it was very controversial at the time. And then they remastered it in 1979. I don't think that one's very good. And then they remastered it again in 2022, and this one's actually by a German studio with German actors. And it is the best one, of course. All right. The first one comes close, but the fact that it's really, really old and black and white and the audio quality is horrible, it's it's a bit of a drag in some scenes, but overall it's like I think it's really interesting because all of the effects are practical, of course, just like Come and See. And it looks like it could actually be real footage from the war. It's a little bit theatrical, of course, because it's 1930. But the 2022 release, when I first saw this movie, I was like, bruh. I was just dead silent because the ending, it hits so hard, okay? Like, and you see this main character, he's just a little boy, and he wants to go to war. He wants to serve for the German fatherland, and so he goes to war, and all of his friends are dying, and he's like, nah. And more of his friends are dying, and he's like, nah. And so eventually, Wilhelm Kaiser the second, or is he the second? I don't know. Wilhelm
Something like
Kaiser,
that.
Kaiser Wilhelm. He's like, oh, hey France, can we like not fight anymore on this exact time, on this exact date. And they're like, oh, okay. And so they have this last battle in France to try to take over this trench before the war officially ends. And so they have like a 15-minute timer. Kill as many French people as you can before we blow the whistle. And hopefully we will take it back just out of pettiness. And so the main character's in that battle, and spoilers again, guess what? He dies. He gets stabbed in his lung by a French dude in an underground bunker in the trench. And the scene is so well done because it's just like you've basically fought the war with this guy the whole time. Like you feel like you're in the war with him because it's just so immersive and it's just so traumatizing. You're traumatized just as much as him. That's a big exaggeration, but you see what I'm saying. Okay, but
Yeah.
so finally see him get stabbed in the lung and have him just like suffocate to death, walking around the trench, seeing everyone just shake hands like, hey, good war. Let's go home now. And he's just there dying. And so he just like slouches over in the trench and he just dies, and the camera like stays on him. It stays looking at him, just lifeless for like 10 seconds, and it just hits you like, oh my goodness, what was the point? This dude fought in all of these battles in this crazy war, only for him to die in the very last second of the war, right before they rang the whistle for everyone to just stop fighting. And like that's one of the biggest reasons why this is the best one, because it ends in such an impactful way compared to the first two movies. And like it's the best war movie I've ever seen in my life. Like I had no idea that it could be done in this kind of capacity and caliber, okay? So again, if you like being traumatized and you like people dying and watching Sigma males get tortured, then this is the Sigma male war movie ever, okay? Next, we have John Wick 4. I know this came out in 2023, and it's very recent, but it is the best action movie I've ever seen, okay? It is the best John Wick, in my opinion. Ben Shapiro says that the first and second movie are the best ones, because he doesn't like the direction that the third and fourth movie took. They wanted it to be more visually pleasing, and Ben's like, no, I'm not an ADHD zoomer. I want a good story, not a visually pleasing visual. But whatever, that's just him. I like the fourth movie because it's visually pleasing and because the fight scenes are so well thought out and well choreographed. And I love watching people get tortured and die, okay? And so, yeah, I rewatched John Wick 4 like many times now. It's just, I just can't get it out of my head. And it's very inspiring and all that stuff. Very interesting, rewatchable, all that.
Okay.
Same thing with the other movies. I watched the other movies multiple times. And next we have Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This is the best Marvel movie ever. And I know this also came out in 2023. But when I watched it, I'm like, whoa, I never thought James Gunn could save Marvel so much, even though I am the only person that ever talks about this movie. I don't know if everyone else agrees that this is the best Guardians movie, but I think it is the best by far. Okay, the first movie's really good, but this is just like the best Marvel movie ever. Okay? Like, they need James Gunn to just direct every single movie. Like, I swear. Like, they're really shooting themselves in the foot making all of these stupid family-friendly Spider-Man, Captain America, all that stuff. Like, it's so boring now. When you have Guardians and you have the humor, you have the action and the plot and the visuals, this is a 10 out of 10. I heard from a friend of a friend that was a 10 out of 10, okay? Everything about it, I love it, okay? The music is good, the visuals are good, the comedy, it has an F-bomb in the middle of it. Is that a Mormon? There's a Mormon walking up to my front door with the thing.
What the heck, bro?
Yeah, I guess about it. Like,
Okay.
that's all. I watched it twice. I can't stop thinking about it as well. And then we have The Lion King. This is my favorite Disney movie, along with Princess and the Frog and Tangled. Yeah, those. But yeah, Lion King is the whole reason why I love lions, and lions have always been my favorite animal, okay, because of their fluffy mane in The Lion King, okay? I would have Princess and the Frog and Tangled on here, just like Linus, but I don't want
Oh
to
my
fill it up with Disney. Not 3 Disney movies. We're only going to put 1 because Disney is going woke and they're ruining all their movies, and I'm really mad.
Yeah.
So is everyone else. Next,
That
we
cringe.
have the first Ice Age movie. We're getting into animated movies, okay? So Ice Age, it is one of those movies that I used to watch over and over again every single day. I watched this movie like maybe 100 times, and it is really, really good. Okay, I haven't watched it recently, but when I think of childhood animated movies, I think of this, along with The Lion King and Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2. Despicable Me 2 is another movie I watched over and over again when I was a kid. When it first came out, it was the funniest movie I've ever seen in my life because I was a child, okay? And my family loves it, my aunt loves it, all that stuff. And Despicable Me
Yeah.
4 was just announced a couple days ago. And I watched the trailer and it is so fire. I'm so hyped.
Fire.
So yeah. Good sequel. Finally, we have Fantastic Mr. Fox, another movie that me and my family used to watch all the time. And I rewatched it recently. It's free on YouTube. I'd highly recommend it. It is a stop
Never watched
motion
it.
film about a fox escaping hunters. And I like, alright, like the humor, it's timeless humor, okay? I guess it holds up pretty well. The animation is like a little bit choppy in the beginning, but like past halfway it gets like really, really good. Like the animators improved over time while working on the movie, and it's like really interesting. Oh frick, my screen's just turned off because I didn't move my mouse long enough. All right. Yeah, I don't know if it's my favorite movie ever, but I would put it in top 9 just because of it being stop motion and it being timeless. So I don't know what my favorite movie is. All right. Like, it's between the animated movies and then maybe one of the grittier movies I have on here. But I'm just not sure. I need to give it time. And that's about it. What do you have to say about that, Owen?
That's crazy, bro. Okay, so now my movie list. So I'm gonna go from 1 to 9, like I did with the games, and
All right.
so number 1 is Monsters University, and I remember nostalgia from this movie, and I remember watching it I remember like watching it like a ton of times. Like it's probably my most watched Pixar movie. And I mean, it's just a classic, bro. You know, dude. Like, Mike Wazowski goes to college. He meets James or Ed Sullivan or whatever, like the blue guy. And so like that's how they met. And so like basically like Mike Wazowski was like really really like studying for a test, but then like the principal said, "No, you're not scary," and so like he had to like redo like the entirety of like he had to redo like everything, and so like he goes with like this rookie team, and so like they actually win. But here's the thing though, like Sullivan, like he what did he do? Oh yeah, he cheated on the final exam. He cheated on the contest to make Mike Wazowski win because like he wanted to redo the entire thing, but like and so like Mike Wazowski is mad, and so like he goes to an actual door, and so like he tries to like scare the people, and so it works, and it like actually breaks like the entirety of the school, and it's like pretty crazy, dude. And yeah, good ending, good movie. I rewatched it like a couple days ago, and I rewatched it when I was sick, and it's just like, it's a good movie. Number 2 is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and of course, you definitely must have seen it at least once, right? Peace.
Yes, I've seen it
The
maybe
heck?
a dozen times, yes.
Yeah, bro. So basically, if I remember correctly, like King Triton's crown gets stolen, and so SpongeBob and Patrick have to like oh my god, dude, Linus just like sent like a freaking thing, bro. That's crazy, dude. Where was I? So basically, they steal, like somebody steals King Triton's crown, and so SpongeBob and Patrick have to like uh go through like a gigantic story, and so like it's a classic. Number 3 is Beavis and Butthead Do America. I remember I seen this movie once and I was like dying of laughter, bro. You know, like basically Beavis and Butthead are like these like two idiots, and so like they basically have to like go through the entire country just to uh um just to go through like a um I okay, I'll just remember. I can't really remember the entire story, but like they go on a road trip together, and so like it's pretty funny, bro. It's like a Dumb and Dumber, you know, bro, but like cartoon, you know, dude. Number 4 is Home Alone. Home Alone is a classic, bro. It's really funny to like see Kevin like just like kill the no, not kill, uh hurt the burglars, and it's like a literally me, bro, you know, dude, like I want to hurt burglars as well. uh Number 5 is Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. I don't really remember, I don't really remember the plot of this one, but like um basically what was it like, basically Beavis and Butthead are in the modern day because like it used to be like a 90s show, and so like they're in the modern day, and so like they kind of do what Ken did and like just like use his white male privilege even though like he doesn't have any, you know, and it's pretty funny, like, yeah. Number 6 is Elf. Elf is not really my favorite is not really my favorite Christmas movie, but like it's still a good movie. Like it's my sister's favorite movie, and like yeah, bro. Yeah. Wait, you here?
Yes, yes, of course. Elf is
Yeah,
fire. It has the dude from Megamind.
yeah.
Barbie.
Will Ferrell. Yeah, and so like basically he finds his father, and it doesn't really work out. It doesn't really work out at first because like he's angry, bro. Like you're acting like a retard, but then like he actually like supports his child's his elfness, and so like they save Christmas together, and it's like it's classic. All right, I'll admit 7, 8, and 9 are not really my favorite movies. They're just movies I had to place.
What the heck just happened? Are you good? You are not good. What the frick is going on with you? Oh my gosh. It's time for a commercial break. We're gonna do Linus's shows real quick while we wait for Owen to not sound like a robot. Wait, maybe that's me. Maybe it's my fault. The image isn't loading.
What the heck is going on, bro?
Oh, no, there you go.
Okay.
Continue.
Are we all good now?
I think so.
Okay. Number 7 is Cars. Of course, Tow Mater. You know, bro. But I watched the movie when I was sick, bro, and it's like I like the ending. I did feel bad for Lightning McQueen, since it was like not really his fault, but like he had to like pave the road, and so like yeah. But at the end, bro, like the whole town steps in to like help with Lightning McQueen win the race, and so like it's pretty sweet, you know, bro, and it's just wholesome. Like even though like Lightning McQueen didn't win, he still helped a lot of people, bro. You know, and it's just like yeah. Simpson movie, I don't remember like it that much anymore, but like you know, I if I recall correctly, it was a good movie. And yeah. Number 9 is Monsters Inc. I don't. I've probably watched this movie before, and I'm gonna guess it's good since Monsters University was good. Okay. Okay. Done. Okay, now I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, so that's movies then. So now we're gonna move on to shows. So I guess post your shows.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you can read Linus's.
Yeah, I'll do Linus first.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So first, Made in Abyss. Great world building and characters. My only ick with the show, and I'm gonna full screen. Only ick with the show, and also why it probably didn't blow up, is because the author is a is a speedophile, and sometimes you can tell in the show. The plot: a child travels down the abyss to find her mom. The abyss being a massive hole in the middle of an island. Nobody exactly knows how deep it is, but has multiple layers and ecosystems, which is super cool. Second is Scissor 7. Wow. Complete brain rot that turns into a very nice and deep story over the span of 4 seasons. Third is Prehistoric Planet, dinosaur documentary. I feel bad for pirating it, but Apple literally wouldn't let me sign up. It's just great and gets a lot of praise by dino nerds. Oh, I think I've seen that show before. I don't know. Maybe not. Fourth is Hazbin Hotel. Interesting. I love Helba Boss too, but I like Hazbin more. I love the stories and characters. I want season 2 now. Sure, me too. Number 5 is Arcane. Actual masterpiece. That's all I can say. I mean, maybe I have to start watching Arcane now because people love it so much. Just like I did with The Last of Us. 6 is Seaman Slayer. Amazing show. I'd even say the show has better pacing and visuals than the manga. But the manga is super fun too and is worth reading for sure. Am I the only person that says manga? Like, everyone always says manga, but that's like the English, like, pronunciation. I've always been told it was manga. Anyway, 7th is Money Heist.
I guess
Kinda
I say manga.
Okay.
I guess I say manga, I guess.
Money Heist,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
popular, at least in Germany. I feel a bit guilty for liking it because it's a normie show. Either way, it's fun to watch. Pacing could be faster, but it's still good. Heidi, German childhood movie. Every German kid my age loves and knows this show. It plays in the Swiss mountains, yet makes me feel at home when I watch it. Switzerland is basically Germany, but fancier. We share the culture, online space, blah blah. And then 9th is Niels Holgersson. Niels Holgersson. Also a German childhood series that I love a lot. The plot is fun and wholesome. It takes place in Sweden, but feels very at home too, probably because many European countries are very similar as a whole. I agree. You have the Germanic countries, you have the Slavic countries, you have the, like, I don't know, the English, French kind of style countries. I don't know, what do you call that? Colonizer style?
Germanic countries.
No. Germanic is the German, Switzerland, Sweden,
What
all
are
that.
you saying?
And then the Slavic is like Ukraine, Georgia, Russia, Belarus, Slovakia.
Okay.
And so then what's what's England and France? What is that called?
Western Europe.
Okay, Western. Cool. So
Okay.
there you go. That's Linus's shows.
Okay, so can I go now?
Uh,
Okay, so number 1 is The Amazing World of Gumball. You know, dude. It's a pretty funny show. The art style is crazy because, like, there's like 3D, there's claymation, there's a 2D, and it's just like it's a pretty chaotic show, and
yeah.
like, you know, it's like I used to watch this show a ton as a kid, bro, and it's still like a cult classic, and
I'm
it's
glad
still
you
like,
put Gumball on there because I would have put that on my list, but it's just not top 9.
yeah, it's a certified hood classic.
Yeah.
Number 2 is SpongeBob. I don't really think I have to explain this one. It's just a classic, bro. Like, tons of
These are
memes.
all cartoons. You never watch Breaking Bad?
No, I only
Wow.
watch cartoons.
Wow.
And
Such a weeb.
yeah. Yeah, as I was saying, bro, SpongeBob is classic. Yada yada yada. Number 3 is Family Guy. Of course, the cutaways are amazing. They're funny, and I understand like why like Gen Alpha okay. Here's the thing though, like it's cringe that Gen Alpha has like Family Guy, Subway Surfers, but I can understand why it became like a gigantic trend. You know, bro.
They're engaging.
Yeah. Number 4 is Fairly Odd Parents. Of course, you probably also know the show.
Yeah.
Jimmy has fairies and they grant him wishes, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's not as funny as SpongeBob, but it still has like a lot of good morals, bro. And of course, dude, yeah, yeah. It used to be my favorite childhood show, but it kind of fell off, and like the newer seasons, bro, they are not really that
Yeah.
great.
It's
Like,
they
bro, when they
rebooted the show like
introduce,
4 or 5 times, and it gets worse.
yeah, yeah, bro, like Sparky, bro, dude, he only showed up for like one season, and that was like it, bro. Like nobody liked him, and Chloe, bro, dude, she was like the worst. She was like a Mary Sue. Like she was perfect, and like apparently the city decide like everyone decided she must have fairies, and it's so stupid, bro.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, bro. Number 5 is Beavis and Butthead. I already said this in my movies, bro. But basically, Beavis and Butthead are like these dumbasses, and so like they're pretty funny, bro. Dude.
Yeah.
Um, like they always try to get schmecks, but like they never get it, and so like
Wait,
it's pretty
really?
funny how like
Wait, it's an adult cartoon, isn't it?
yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
what I thought.
yeah, yeah. It used to be on MTV, and it's like a pretty funny. It's a really funny show.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Bob's Burgers. My sister always watches this show, and it's like, and for that I kind of have to give it number 6. I mean, it is a funny show, and like it's a classic, bro.
Have you seen the
Dude,
movie?
or uh,
Have you seen the movie?
I've seen the movie, but I I like it. I've seen it and I haven't seen it. Bro. Like I remember like certain parts about it.
I've seen clips.
Yeah. Yeah. But basically, Bob's Burgers. It's a family restaurant. Bro. Like it's like it's like chill, and that's why I like it. Number 7 is Regular Show. It's basically the opposite of Bob's Burgers. It's like really chaotic, and like it used to be like a childhood show of mine, and I used to watch it with my dad, and so like it's pretty cool. Basically it started out as like a like regular day, like go set up the chairs or whatever, and then like next thing you know, bro, they'll be like fighting a galactic war. It's pretty crazy.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. Number 8 is the Loud House. See, dude, I don't actually watch the Loud House anymore, bro.
Does it still
Like
go on? Is it still a thing? Like besides the
yeah, it's
live
still a
action?
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still a thing, bro. But like as a kid I used to love the show, but nowadays, dude, I hate the show. Like
Emily's.
but I still have to give it number 8 because, well, firstly, I don't know what else to put it, and secondly, I do have to give it credit for being a childhood show, bro. Like, dude, the community is like insane, bro.
I know.
Like it's yeah, bro. Like they'll like do incest and like kill off characters because like one bad episode, bro. It's stupid. And like the whole entire community is just like extreme autist, and like it's pretty woke, and so it's cringe.
Mhm.
But I will admit, dude, like from I don't know, like 2016 to 2020, I used to watch this show like a lot, and I do admit, dude, there was some pretty funny episodes, and yeah. But nowadays, dude, I would not want to watch the show at all. And number 9, since I didn't really know what else, but I just put The Simpsons. I mean, Simpsons has a lot of good episodes, but it's like I wouldn't watch the show religiously, bro. Like it has like and I mean it still goes on. It goes on forever. It'll
It
probably go on
goes
for the
on.
rest
Did
of
you
them.
see the Billie Eilish episode?
No, I didn't.
Oh, me neither.
Okay,
Well, there you
but
go.
bro, yeah, dude. I mean, they still Disney Plus episodes, and I mean, apparently from what I've heard, those episodes are like pretty good. So I don't know.
So, I've seen all of these shows at least once, except for The
Huh?
Simpsons and Beavis and Butt. Okay, no, there was like a few times I would be watching a movie on FX, the
Huh?
yeah, and then The Simpsons would come on, so I would see like the first 10 seconds of a Simpsons episode. So I've technically never seen a full episode, but I have seen bits. And then Beavis and Butthead, I've seen the memes, I see the movies in my recommended, but you know, everything else though
Yeah,
I've seen, and so yeah, it's all pretty solid.
yeah.
The Loud
I'm
House, I I have Adventure Time on my list, but I would replace Adventure Time with the Loud House. So I'm
really.
also glad you put the Loud House. I forgot to. I forgot to put Loud House on my list. I just totally forgot about it. But like when the show first aired, like the first and second season, it was like the most popular show on Nickelodeon for a while, and it was
Yeah,
like it was getting more like views than SpongeBob for a while. And
yeah,
so there's like some SpongeBob references hidden in the some of the episodes and stuff. And
yeah,
yeah, so it was like my favorite show for like a couple years after it aired. Um my favorite cartoon ever for a while. I my favorite ever is South Park right now, but Loud House is like second place. But
bro.
um as for other shows, it's like a totally different can of worms, but cartoons, yes. Um
Yeah,
so like I remember when I like first stopped watching the show, they started like introducing like Luna dating a woman and stuff,
what? Yeah,
and of
bro.
course there's Clyde with his two dads. I remember I would be watching the show and my mom was looking at it and she's like, "Why does that kid have two dads in a children's cartoon? Like what?"
What?
And so she had a conversation with my brother and he's like, "Oh, cartoons are doing that now because like oh, surprise kids, gay people exist, so you might as well get used to it." And it's like they weren't shoving it down your face. I think they kissed once when I watched the show.
What?
So that's a bit much. Like even the straight couples, I don't think they really kiss each other that much. So,
Yeah, bro.
um yeah, there's also okay, let's just start talking about mine. Let me talk about Clarence real quick.
Huh?
Clarence was my number one when I was in second and third grade before Loud House came out. Um,
Hmm?
and I am absolutely a minority, and I understand it's a very gross and stupid show, but it was a kind of stupid that I really really liked. Like there's a level of stupid that you can get to where like I could rock with it, but then if you go too far, then I just don't like it. Like there's this one show on Nickelodeon called Pig, Goat, Banana, Cricket. I hated that show, but I
I
watched it
remember that.
anyway just to give it a chance. But it was such a drag every single episode. Like everything's just gross for the sake of being gross, and the plot was boring, and the world just I think was stupid. And I don't like thinking about it. But
Yeah,
Clarence hit that like was on that fine line where like I really really liked it, and I had friends in elementary school. One of them I'm still friends now, and the other one I follow on Instagram. And we like pretended to be the characters. I was Clarence, friend on Instagram was Jeff, and then my friend that I'm still friends with now was Sumo. And we were like the trio, the Clarence trio, and it was like really special. Um even though I didn't look like Clarence, I didn't look like any of them actually. So if anyone
yeah,
fit Clarence, it was one of the other dudes. But he acted more like Sumo, and so he was Sumo. And then the other
yeah,
friend,
yeah,
he acted just like Jeff, and he kind of looked like Jeff. Um.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah. So let's go back down. The Owl House on the bottom right. This is a show for liberals, made by liberals, rejoiced by liberals, and it got canceled after barely 3 seasons. Like the 3rd season has 3 episodes, and then that's it. The show ends.
Rick
Um,
Bozo.
because Disney thought it went too woke, or it went too gay, too many gay people. And I was surprised to hear that, because have you seen what they've been putting out lately in their
Yeah, bro.
movies? Why
Dude,
did they
they're like the
cancel the
gayest
Owl
company
House?
ever.
Like I think the people that manage Disney XD, the channel, I think they're totally different people from the people that manage the movies and the storyboarding for the movies.
Possible.
Like good for them, but the Owl House was a good show regardless. You can ignore the geese stuff. Like just pretend that one of the women are men, okay? And then it's fine, okay? They're like tomboys anyway. And so like this is one of the best cartoons I've ever seen. So I put it in top 4. And it just like
Yeah.
like Owen, would you like it? I don't know. That's
Probably not, bro.
probably not, but it's
It seems way
I
too Emily for me, bro.
sure, yeah.
Like, yeah.
But the weird, so I like it because I can look past all of the weird stuff about it, like the plot and the world building and the characters. Like it just brings the child out of me, you know. And it's just it's wholesome and it's not like gritty like Breaking Bad, and like I can watch the show and not feel like ooh. I watch the show and I feel like hey yeah yippee yippee, you know. It's joyful. And so that's something I like missed when I like stopped watching cartoons. I'm watching all this gritty adult stuff. And then I watch a children's cartoon once and I'm like, "What the frick? Why am I enjoying this?" Anyway, so Adventure Time. This is my another favorite of mine. It was my most favorite before I started watching Clarence. I watched this from the very beginning. I was like 4 when it came out. Um yeah, I will say this. Jake the dog is my favorite character, of course. And if there was one superpower I could have, I talked about this in English this week, it would be stretchy powers like Jake the dog, okay? Like, I
Yeah.
want to stretch. I want to morph my body. I want to grab something from the other side of the room. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, bro, that would be awesome.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, I think the world is very confusing, but in like a good way. Because like if you start learning the lore of the Adventure Time world, it makes a lot of sense in a way, and so I think that's really interesting. And then like in the later episodes, it's world builds more, and you're like, what, whoa, and it doesn't
What?
cease to surprise you. Like there's always new surprises to be arisen. Okay. And I never watched the finale. I had to watch a video talking about it. I never actually finished the series. And so soon, I don't know how soon, but I want to rewatch Adventure Time and have the experience again. After I watch Steven Universe. Steven Universe is probably number 10 on this list, right below the Owl House. I wish I could talk about Steven Universe, but yeah, I'm going to rewatch Steven Universe after Sopranos when I finish that finally. Okay, so South Park, my favorite adult cartoon ever. I really liked Family Guy before, but South Park is just I think is a lot better. It doesn't hold punches, okay? Like every single joke that they make, it's like the kind of stuff that gets you canceled on Twitter, but they just do it on like a seasonally basis. Like they have no chill, and that's what I love about it. Like even in the older episodes, like it is just not something you would make, not jokes you would ever make, but these dudes they just do it anyway. All right.
Yeah.
And so it's just like South Park, it just doesn't ever get old, I think, because there's always something to make fun of. Like they're still making episodes every once in a while, and like they make fun of the latest thing, like ChatGPT
Yeah.
and like TikTok and Fortnite, all that stuff. It's crazy.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Can I say something about South Park, bro?
Okay, Bo.
I feel like I'm the only person that does not like South Park, bro.
Art
It's just
style.
way too unfunny to me, and I don't know why. It's like,
How many
you
episodes
know, bro,
have you
like,
seen? Did you like watch the first season or something?
oh, no. Okay, I like see like a couple of clips like whenever I'm scrolling on YouTube Shorts, bro, and like I just don't laugh at it, bro, and I don't know what it is,
Well,
bro.
what kind of jokes are they? Are they political jokes, or just really, really edgy, or are they just not edgy enough?
I don't know, bro. They're just like retarded ass jokes, bro. You know, dude. like,
Well, you're on
I
YouTube Shorts. They're gonna show retarded clips.
maybe, bro, but like, still, dude. I remember one time, like in 2021, I used to have this one friend, and so like, I would always like make jokes with him and say like, oh well, I like I like Rick and Morty, bro. Those are like high IQ people, and like South Park, bro, dude. Those are like where like people who say f, like people who say fuck, bitch, ass. You know, bro.
Yeah,
Like people who find swear words funny. You know, bro.
I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, if you ever get the chance, just watch a South Park episode in full, as long as the episode was released after you were born. Okay, because all the episodes from the early 2000s and the 90s, they didn't age very well. They're not super duper funny, but everything after that, where it gets all meta and it have political commentary, that's why the show's so good. That's why it's so popular nowadays. It's because of the later episodes.
All right, I guess.
Especially in the 2010s. If you find an episode from the 2010s anywhere in the 2010s, that's really good as well, because those are the best ones. Okay.
Okay, I guess.
So yeah, I don't think you're being fair. Next, we have The Sopranos, because I already talked about Clarence. The Sopranos. I've only watched the first 2 seasons, and so it's the lowest on the gritty section. Okay. But Italian mobsters in New Jersey. Okay, they're really, really funny. Like the dynamic between everyone. It's the same reason why I liked The
Hilarious.
Whale with Brendan Fraser in the movies list. Like, what is there not to like about these characters? You know, they're so goofy and Italian and homophobic and all that stuff. Um, so yeah, like there's not a lot of action. The show is really cheap, but it makes up for it with the dialogue and the plot and all that. And yeah, there's not really too much to say about it so far. There's like 4 more seasons I need to watch. But yeah, I'm watching Ted right now. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
next we have Peaky Blinders. Um, I would love to put this higher on my list, but I can't put it higher than these three. So Peaky Blinders. Um, I was Thomas Shelby for Halloween. This is one of the best shows that I watched in 2023. Um, so it starts in 1919 Birmingham, England, and the 6th season ends in like 1933. And so you have like this whole story of this. I think it's a true story. The Peaky Blinders was an actual gang back then. Um, so you have all these people and stuff happens, and Thomas Shelby, all of his friends die, and he's like sad all the time, and he has a family that he doesn't love, all that stuff. And it's like sometimes it gets really, really boring and I just don't care, but then it picks right up out of nowhere, like something crazy happens and all that. Like the 6th season, the last one so far, it's the best one because it's just one of those crazy seasons where there's just always so much going on, and it has the highest production value. Same with the 5th season, but 6th season is slightly better. So I rank season 6, season 5, and then season 1, and then season 3 maybe, and then season 2, and then season 4. Wait, did I say 4? I don't know. Whatever. Um, yeah. Overall, it's really, really good. Whatever. Like,
Yeah.
like it gets good, really, really good in season 4, and then it gets better in 5, and then really, really good in 6. The first 3 seasons
Yeah.
are mid. That's what I'm saying.
Mid.
Next,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
Better Call Saul. Actually, no, let's talk about Breaking Bad first. And no, let's talk about both of these at the same time. The Vince Gilligan universe of all of this meth business and crime and schmecks and money in the
Schmecks.
2000s. It's so well done because it feels realistic, okay? Like even the set, it's always like natural lighting. Like they don't have artificial lamps or anything. It's all natural. It feels real. And it takes place in New Mexico, which is very close to where we live, okay?
Uh-huh.
And so it feels just like we're right at home. And um and so you could say that it's racist that they're making all of the meth dealers Mexicans, but that's because it's true. Every single Mexican is a meth dealer. Like, what are you talking about? It it takes a real life concept and it turns it into a show in the most engaging way possible. Okay, some of it is dramatized. Like there's a lot of shootouts that you just would not survive. But it's it never ceases to amaze you. The third season is the worst because the least amount of stuff happens. Um
Huh.
but the first season, it's like the opening to it all and you're just like you're engaged. And then the start of the second season, it gets so good when they first meet Tuco and stuff. And or not when you first meet him, but when he first gets kidnapped by Tuco. That's like
Okay.
my favorite episode, besides episode 4, I think it was, or episode 5, with the kid in the house with the meth heads. And then it gets really good in season 4, and then the best season is season 5, because that's when it all unfolds. It all just comes down, this chaos, and then Walter White dies, all that stuff. So then Better Call Saul is the prequel, of course. I think it takes place in 2004 or 2002, and then it goes to 2004. I don't know. Yeah, so there's a lot less action. There's like subplot where it has all of the meth and gang business, where
Mm.
you're like following Nacho and stuff, played by the dude that played Voss in Far Cry 3.
Uh-huh.
And be- this is my favorite Sigma male show movie thing because
Yeah.
he's literally me. Okay, he's quirky and he has a character that's literally like Professor Teagues. Professor Teagues is a character. Like what? Um
Huh.
and yeah, he learns a lot on his journey on how to be a criminal undercover. Mm.
Mm.
And again, the last season is the best. Like all of these shows, the last season is always the best. Like what? Um
What-
as compared to The Walking Dead. Now, this is my favorite show ever because of the first 8 seasons or 7.
Okay.
Up until Rick dies, quote unquote. He never died, but it was a fake out. Ever since then the show just sucked, okay? People
Mm.
would say otherwise, but for me, Rick not being in the show and Michonne in the show and Carl in the show, Negan can't pull his whole weight, okay? Like Negan is still in the show and he's a good character. He's in the New York Manhattan spinoff or whatever. But he you need a lot more than that to impress me, okay? And I'm glad the show is finally over and they're just moving to the spinoffs because it needed to end so long ago. You could
Yeah.
It lasted way too long, but for the first 8 seasons, goodness gracious, I've never been so like invested and committed to a show ever. And I've been watching it longer than any of these other shows. Okay, like this is just the show of all time that I've ever seen. Okay?
Okay.
And yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm still gonna watch all of the spin-offs. There's the Rick and Michonne spin-off that's coming out in like a week or two. So I'm really excited for that because Rick is alive again. And I want to see Rick. I want to see what's good in the hood with him and Michonne.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, Teeks.
What?
Can I redo the albums again, bro? I want to.
No. You know how long this episode is right now? You know how long this episode is?
Bro, no, bro. I don't care about the length, bro. Like, it's gonna
What
be.
else do you have to say? You talked about your favorite song.
No,
So then
I
what?
wanted to give more description to the albums because, like, I didn't really do that great because I was like a Skinner Griffin.
I don't
I
think
was scared.
any of us did that great. I don't think people care at this point.
Bro, I mean, of course nobody's gonna care, bro. There's gonna be like 3 people watching, so like,
Can I lay on my bed and not say anything?
yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah. Okay, so number 9 is Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast, bro. I mean, here's the thing: I'm not really as much of an Iron Maiden fan as like a Black Sabbath or Judas Priest, bro, like there's still like a ton of great songs on like Number of the Beast, and it's definitely their best album. I can see why somebody would say it's the best metal album of all time. Like you just have like the best thing about Iron Maiden is that like they give like stories about like their music, and it's really cool. And so one of my favorite, and so you start out with the album starts out with Invaders, which I will admit it's my least heard of song in the album. I don't really remember what it goes like. I just remember like Bruce Dickinson saying like Invader. It was also the first album to introduce Bruce Dickinson, and so like yeah, pretty cool. Children of the Dam is a pretty song, and it does go and it goes fast on Number of the Beast, the self title, the self track, and the Prisoner. 22 Acacia Avenue is my favorite song in the album. It's a really just like descriptive song, you know, bro. And it ends out with Hollow Be Thy Name, which is a prog like metal song, and it's just really cool. Hold on a sec. Okay, number 8 is Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, one of the best Black Sabbath albums, and definitely one of the second best Ozzy album he's ever been on. It's pretty dark, but at the same time, there's a lot of light. Children of the Grave is a pretty fast song. Sweet Leaf and Into the Void is kind of the same song, where it has like the cool Billboard drum solo. After Forever is a Christian song, which I really do like, and it's pretty happy, bro. You know, dude. And it's pretty crazy because it was like a Black Sabbath used to be called like a satanic band, but then they released After Forever and like still got controversy, you know. Number 7 is Pantera, Vocal Display of Power, bro. You have Dimebag Darrell, which is like one of the best metal guitarists, bro. Like it starts out like with Mouth Before War, and it's just pretty aggressive, bro. And it actually ends, but you still have songs like This Love and Hollow, which are like songs that are like pretty sad, but like they still get really aggressive, and so that's what I like about the album. However, though, it is kind of a bit hard to like listen at times, bro, because like it's like really aggressive, and it's both a upside and a downside, bro. You know, yeah. And between Vocal Display Power and Dirt, it was really close, but I had to pick Dirt, bro. Like Dirt, it's like a really depressing album. Like you just have like Lane Staley talking about like drugs and like a war and like a death and like a yada yada yada, bro. It's like something great about Alice in Chains, bro, is that like their music is really dark, bro. It's like Nirvana but better. Yeah. My favorite song in it is Down in a Hole, which is like a chill song, and of course Rooster, which is like the song everyone knows, bro. It's talking about like Vietnam War and like how like Jerry's father was like a Vietnam War event, and like how it like how it was like tough, you know, bro. Yeah. Only song I have a slight distaste for, I guess, would be Godsmack, because it sounds a bit weird in my opinion. But yeah, other than that, bro, album is fantastic. Wood is of course another well-known song, and you definitely have the best Lane Staley vocals on that, bro. That one is insane, dude. That's it. I also like Rain When I Die. Okay. Number 5 is Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance, bro. You have of course you got Electric Eye, which starts off the album, and it's like really cool, and it has a really cool intro, you know, dude. You also got Another Thing Coming, which is like another well-known Judas Priest song, probably the second most well-known besides Breaking the Law. Of course, you have Fever, which is like a really cool pop song. Take These Chains, which is like a really cool power ballad. Yeah. Bloodstone, which I like. What else? Pain and Pleasure, which is like a really chill song, and like yeah, I don't really think I have anything else. Oh, and Prisoner of Your Eyes, which ends off the album, and it's like a really cool ballad, and like yeah. Number 4 is Paranoid. Paranoid's a classic, bro. You have War Pigs, I'm Iron Man, and Paranoid, which are like the top 3 most listened to Black Sabbath album and songs. And so Electric Funeral is also a good song. And I mean, like all the songs on this album is just good. You know, bro, like Planet Caravan gets hate, but like it's still just a chill song. And Hand of Doom is like a frog metal song, and that's just really amazing. Number 3 is Megadeth. Rest in peace, bro. You sort of like Paranoid. You have like three songs on the album that everyone listens to. Hangar 18, which kind of reminds me of like a anime opening. You know, I don't know why, but yeah, it just sounds like that. Tornado Souls, which is like a classic, and then Holy Wars, which is basically like the most loved Megadeth song, and I understand why, bro. It's like insane. You also have Five Magics and Take No Prisoners, which is like it's like kind of has like this backing vocals. I know people hate Dave Mustaine's voice, but I actually like it. And of course, you have Marty Friedman on the album, which is like one of the best guitarists in metal, in my opinion. Yeah. Lucretia and Poison and the Cure Poison Was the Cure is also great songs. Number 2 is Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell, bro. You have Dio on it, which is like the best vocals in my opinion. Way better than Ozzy, bro. And maybe even the best vocals of metal in all time, bro. Walk Away, and Wishing Well are like pop songs, which I really do like because it's like a yeah. Neon Nights goes fast, and Die Young is an epic. When else was it? Yeah. I remember my dad showed me this, and it was like the first time I ever heard it, and I thought it was like all right, but like the album grew on me, and it grew on me really fast because now it's like my second favorite album. And like you just have like the perfect Black Sabbath. Like you have Tony, Geezer, Bill, and Dio on the album, which I love. Finally, number 1, Stained Class by Judas Priest, bro. You have like it's just such a crazy album, bro. You have Excited, which like starts off with a drum thing, and I just really do love it because it's like a really cool, bro. You know, White Heat, Red Hot, and Better by You, Better Than Me. It's like 2 similar songs, and I don't really know how to explain it, but if you listen to it, then you'll know what I'm saying. And I also remember they got sued because of the song Better by You, Better Than Me, which was like originally a cover, but like somebody like killed themselves over the album. It's really crazy, dude. And yeah, it's like pretty crazy, bro, because like Judas Priest, like kill yourself, bro. You know, it's crazy. Luckily, Judas Priest won, but yeah. Stained Class, the album, song, it's pretty fast. It's sort of fast, and it's pretty good. Yeah. Invader is a song that like kind of like originally I didn't like it, but like eventually it grew on me, and yeah, it's a pretty good song. Saints in Hell, one of my favorite songs on the album. It's a good song. Savage is also pretty good. Beyond the Realms of Death is a most well known song on the album, and it's a prog metal thing, and it's just really good. It's like dark and like depressing, and it talks about like suicide. Yeah. What else? What other songs are on the album? Heroes End is also one of my favorite songs. I'm sad that they didn't that they don't include a song on the album. Sucks. I like so see you know, bro. It's just bro. From the other, like from
It's happening
Thanks.
again. You're cutting out a lot.
Really?
Yeah,
God,
really. That's so cringe.
bro, dude, I just went on like a whole yapping session and it didn't even
No,
load.
it's only been happening for the last 20 seconds.
Okay, phew.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, so you got through basically the gist of what you were saying.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that concludes it for today's episode. I really don't want to make a main channel video. I would have done it last night, but I didn't have gameplay footage, so I had to get on Red Dead and get footage, but I got caught up in side content, so I played for like 5 hours, and so I never got to making the video. So now that I have the
Yeah, bro.
footage, though, it's time to make a main channel video. I'm going to go on a walk first, and I'm going to upload this episode while I walk. So remember, everyone,
yeah.
it's all just for funsies.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.